realized I don't have to wait for it to cycle. I can't. I know you guys can't see it currently. Is it loud? I'll turn it down a little. It keeps disappearing because the cat has decided to lay in front of the phone. I tried to pick him up earlier. Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, can you, like, stay here this time, please? I'm asking. I'm begging. No, you don't understand. As I went to go and hit the button, I picked up the cat. And, I put him on his back, and this little fuck kicked the goddamn, little cover for the, for the microphone. Are you purring? Oh my god, can you guys hear that? Can you purr more, buddy? Oh, I don't think it's picking up. He's just in my hands, chat. Buddy, do you want to meow? Oh my god, you were so vocal this morning. He's been mad because we took an extra day to come home. It was a whole thing, chat. I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for an extra 24 hours, and I was very upset about it. So chat, things might be a little scuffed because I lost a whole full day. There's some stuff that's not even ready. Some people kind of fucking dropped the ball. So the whole vacation that I had overseas, the theme of it was fuck it, we ball. So chat, we're doing that today too. So hi, welcome to whatever the fuck this is. Hi. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. There's like 30 of you people. Hello. Hi. I can't say hi to each one of you individually, so hello. I will say hi to False. Hi False. I gotta send you a message. Snooze talked to me and I was like, fuck, I gotta send messages. Cat, are you done? Are you done? Are you? Hold on. He's like trying to chew on my headphone cord. Chat, this is gonna be a little busted. You did make the introduction, thank you. Everything's gonna be a little busted. Just given the fact that some stuff isn't actually ready. So I'm very sorry, chat, if you guys are, like, disappointed or anything like that. But it's been a while, and Astro did such a wonderful job. Cat, are you done? Are you leaving, or are you still here? Can you go elsewhere? No, not on the table. There, goodbye. No, I think this is gonna be a little bit more scuffed, because I don't know how to work any of this. That's the problem that I think people aren't realizing throughout this whole process. I have now hit a total of 5 hours on VTube Studio since I bought it 2.5 years ago. I don't know how to set up any of it. I don't know if I did this right. I managed to get like one piece to talk to the other, and that was about it. I don't know if I'll figure it out. I really don't know. 2,000 hours? No, I think I have it set to not count hours or something. I'm not sure yet. That 5 hours was just me opening it and closing it because I couldn't get it to show up on the phone. Now, it looks like the phone works. I mean, it'll kind of go back and forth, but it doesn't match V-Bridger. I don't know how I fucked that up. That's a whole separate thing. So, hi, chat. Welcome to whatever the hell this is. Hi, Bunny. Whatever the hell this is gonna be. Chat, go through your emotes, because we got some new emotes if you didn't see. There's some new follower ones. Don't worry, we'll go over all of them. But while I figure this out, I think you guys should go look at all the emotes, because I'm kind of proud of them, because I made them like a year ago. So I kind of forgot which ones I made. I was really excited, because I got to put them all through. Yep, the cat's still there. Well, I put this is fine as like one of the higher ones, so it's still there. It still exists. I swear it does. So, Witchies is pretty good. I made that one like 2 weeks ago. There's supposed to be some more emotes. I'll go over that, so don't worry. The wide one is still there. Oh, chat, this has been a process. I'm so glad that this has finally accumulated to the point where at least there's something, I guess. That's better than nothing, right? That's better than nothing. Thanks for the resub. Hey, chat, thank you everybody for all the resubs. I really appreciate it. I think the worst part is that we're doing all of this, and like I was trying to set up for some of the higher tier emotes, then I went, nobody has tier 2. And then I went, the only person that has tier 3 is fucking Dan Clancy. And I'm like, I don't think Dan Clancy cares about my emotes, I'm gonna be honest. We did have a Joel purge, there's a couple more. You'll never beat the beat that $1 can do. There is the bite emote though. There is the bite emote. I did do that one, so chat. If you guys did the $10 in bits, your bite emote is still there. It's just been updated, so you're very welcome. Chat, you guys could still bite legs, don't worry. Chat, for a one-time... I think this one looks better. I think this bite emote looks better. Oh boy. Alright, chat, what do you want to see first? Do you want to see me? Do you want to see some toggles? What do we want to do, chat? I don't know how any of this works. I made, like, you want feet? Can I... Thanks for the resub. The model, the feet, more feet, hat. Okay. Toes! Okay. Damn, you can't just put, like, 3 different things. Well, no, I could do, did you just tier 3? Oh my god. Are you serious? Why did you tier 3? Now I definitely have to go get a different emote. I'll just make... No, I turned off bald. I don't think I'm gonna be using bald at all. I think... Maybe I should make the tail good. Now you got the frog. I was gonna say, maybe I should make the tier 3 just like an emote of Dan Clancy. I don't know how you do any of this. I just don't know. I don't know. We did the 1.5 debut where I just kept like working my way up. We'll see, but the problem is if I turn on a bald toggle, I know that's just gonna be all the time, and it's gonna be really fucked up for, end stream right now. I should just end. Hey, this is my highest viewed stream. My average viewers is at 30. I'll just leave it there. Twitch will be very proud of me. Well, no, because it'll make all of my, shorts and stuff, difficult. Work my way down. No, I think we'll work our way up. How about that, chat? Does that work? It didn't update, because if you're tier 3, you should have a whole bunch of stars all over your sub, so... for 3 years. I've been streaming for 3 years, and, once again, reminder, I still don't know how to fucking stream. So... left to right. Can I do left to right? Wait, oh, can I? Wait, can I? Wait, what? Wait, I can go left to right? Oh my god, I literally don't know how to use VTube Studio. Wait, is this what you're supposed to do so you could go in the corner? Is this what you're supposed to do so you could go in the corner? No, I'm like holding it down. I kept trying to hit all the arrow keys. Guys, I've been trying to hit the arrow keys for the 5 hours that I've been trying. Wait, I can use the mouse wheel? It's spin? How do I spin? How do I spin? Wait, like this? Oh, no. How do I spin? Control and mouse wheel? Control and mouse. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't spin. Oh, Lord. I don't have a Steam Deck. Or Stream Deck. I'm not reading your streak message, I see it. Listen, you guys wanted feet. Should I flip it around? No, I put myself at the bottom because I don't know how to work any of this. And everyone's like, I mean, it kind of wiggles. I'd say that wiggles. That's a wiggling hat. I don't know if I want to become Australian. Chat, we should just do more of the hat. Chat, look at my hat. Chat, it wiggles. Chat, it's a nice hat. It wiggles. It's got shiny things and little baubles and stuff like that. And there's physics in the bottle, which I think is the most exciting bit, because, wait, is this the right one? No, this is not the right one. That's background music nesting. We don't want that. Hold on, we want this one. Oh, that's better. Chat? The liquid moves. No, the penguin did not make it. No, it's a tomato. Because if I put a penguin on my hat, people are going to be very concerned, and I'm going to have to explain. You can zoom in VTube Studio? How do I zoom in VTube? Oh. Oh. This is the boob physics, because I don't have boobs. Hi! Am I still zoomed in enough? Wait, I think I might be a little too big now. Hold on, wait. I might be too big now. Hold on. Is that better? Is that better? I just like that, Riley was kind enough to do all of the liquid and stuff. Riley was like, yeah, I always think that it sucks when they don't, rig the liquid and stuff. And so Riley was like, I think that's, like, the #1 thing that I'm gonna do, so. Yeah. I don't know if I have ears. I don't think I do. See, now you're just, I can't give you a sub. Eb, can you go and, get rid of that? I can't physically give you a sub. You're already subbed. I can't do anything. No, there's no donkey. Chat, you guys are gonna be so excited to see on the actual model sheet, because we do have a reference sheet, there's no donkey on it, and I'm very excited about that. Chat, it's just bats. It's just bats. We're back to bats. What do you mean devastating? The whole point is like, have you ever seen a witch with a donkey? We've seen... See, good riddance, sad. The two sides of the same coin. It released Lego Batman. Oh boy. What do you mean struggling with meth? Listen. Hi. Hi. Thanks for the bits. I said open niche. No, I don't want this niche. But you can have it instead. I don't want it. Hi! The eye kinda works. And there's teeth. I haven't figured out how to make it so the teeth don't show up all the time. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm just so toothy. I don't know why I'm so toothy. I haven't figured that out yet. There's just a lot of teeth. Hi. More teeth. No, we're not doing more teeth. Wait, if I do this, ooh, there we go. Hi. I don't look like a child anymore. I was never supposed to look like a child. I was such a chibi. Guys, what do you mean I grew up? I was always this age. Oh my god. We're gonna get a chibi model at some point, and it's... and you guys are just gonna make even more fun of me, and it's just gonna be a fun time. I think that's what's gonna happen. Hi! See, I don't know how to fix the teeth. I haven't figured that out. After follow age, no, you gotta actually open the thing. Wait, when's yours? Following since December 7th, 2022. Yeah. What do you mean? Okay, don't even joke about that because Twitch is gonna ban your account if you talk about that. Debut my anime voice? Probably never. I can't keep up with it very long. I can't keep up with it very long. I like drawing the hat, and it's just so fun. Something about it. Ignore, like, the little artifacting. I don't know why it's doing that. It's been a whole thing. I'm just happy it moves, chat. That's what I'm excited for. We're just gonna ignore all the little pieces that are all just extra. No, it's not radiation. No, I'm not irradiated, thank God. At least I could say that. I do appreciate the fact that, my neck is a different color from my face. It actually, got banned once already. Cause in real life, chat, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm like 3 different colors in real life. Don't know why. So at least it kind of, fits. No, not even if I'm wearing makeup. That's not even blending my foundation down my neck. Like, my face itself is really red, but then, like, my neck is really yellow, but then my arms are really white. So... Chat, this is just like me for real furry. It's just literally just me. Hey, thanks, Ender. Chat, everybody drink some water. Do I have my water? I've started running out of ink. Oh my god. Oh, no. I'm not just a little different. I'm a lot of different. I don't know how to describe it. Holy shit, there's so many of you. We should probably do more. So it's not a necklace. It's a full-on neck piece. Hi! Guys, bat! Wait, an egg sandwich with a cherry on top? What the fuck does that mean? Why would you put a cherry on top of an egg sandwich? Chat, bat! Bat! It moves! Riley thought it would be fun and rigged it so the bat will just periodically move. Chat! I move. Unfortunately, so I'm trying to, like, pivot from side to side. And it doesn't work correctly. I think that's on my end. I haven't figured this out yet. However, if you notice, I got a nose. Chat, I got a nose. I could turn from side to side. I don't know if you could see, but I have little bat earrings too. They're kind of back there. There's little teeny tiny bat earrings. Yeah! There's a little bat. Wait, if I shake a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Those little black spots. Yeah! Yeah! They are hard to see with the hair, but you can actually, like, if I, like, move a little bit, you can kind of see it. There we go. There's one. Wait, there's one right there. It's on that side. Yeah! Astro and Riley did such a good job. Can I point that out? Like, if it wasn't for the two of them, I just wouldn't look like a normal human being. I really would not. So this is pretty much what you guys are gonna see for, like, the most part. Like, 90% of the time. No, there's no titties. If you notice, there's, like, nothing. I'm flat. I'm pretty flat. I was very specific and do not give me boob physics, so instead we were like, put everything into the hat, put everything into everything else, make my hair really bouncy and fluffy and fun. I don't... I'm flat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not completely flat as a board. I just... That's not the look that I'm going for, I guess. Yeah, the hat is the most important part. Hold on. Can I make myself a little smaller? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Why am I, like, to the side? There we go. Yeah, everything's in the teeth. Everything in the teeth and the hat. Everything and everything else. But look! Guys! More liquid! Wait, can I move? Yeah! I did cut my body in half, but that's okay. Guys, the liquid moves! But yeah, I'm really toothy, and I don't know how to change that. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if that's a problem with the way that I set up the mouth. I don't know how to do any of this. Can I be honest? I know literally nothing at any of this. Well, I don't drink tea either. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink tea. I don't drink anything. So I don't know what this is. And a routine of viewers in the potion bottles? Oh my god. Oh, good lord. I don't even know how the hell you'd even do that. But look, we got some yarn. I got a little thing to put stuff in. I've got a little tiny apron, chat. Look, we're all very bat. Guys, now's a good time to go and drop a follow for the lovely Astro. It's pinned up at the top. It was also Astro's birthday yesterday, so all of you should go and just buy a whole bunch of stuff for Astro off a throne. Do a bit of tweaking with the curves in VTube Studio. How do you do that? I don't... I literally don't know how to do it. I don't... Put a PNG in as an item and then layer it behind the bottle? How do I layer it behind the bottle? Oh yeah, I do have V-Bridger. I don't know how the hell that works either. I turned it on! I know it works! I can see it moving. I can see it moving, which is the best part. See, this is why all of you guys are here, because all of you guys are so much smarter than me. So hold on, I should probably show you some more. Look, we got this going on. This is a whole thing. Guys, it moves! Guys, I move! Guys, I have feet! Half the time I didn't have feet. Like, I actually had feet, but I didn't actually, like, show them off. But look, guys, I have feet and shit. No, not rose gold nails, no. I mean, you can cancel the subscription, that's fine. Hi, Strong Beef. But look at the shiny! Guys, look at the bottle! Yeah, but you're seeing actually more. Like, most people are only gonna be from, like, here up. Hi, Jalal! Thanks for the resub. Guys, look at the little bottle. Guys, it moves! Astro was asking me and was like, what should I add? And I was just like, whatever witchy things that you could think of. And Astro was like, yes, done. I was like, thank God. No, I don't wash my feet with socks on, fortunately. Although, no, I think I just have fishnets. I don't know if I would have socks. Now I'm trying to think. No, there's no donkeys. We already talked about this, no donkeys. We got knitting needles, we got some yarn, we got some potions, we got some potion vials, all of the liquid moves, we got my hat. No donkeys. Hi, Twerk. Put a tiny rubber duck floating. Okay, that'd be kind of cute. Hi, Gasherin. Thanks for the bits. Oh my god, everybody's here. What are you all doing here? Who are all you people? Where did you all come from? Who are you people? Who are all of you? Where did you all come from? I'm not used to this. I'm used to like 12, 15 maybe. Yeah, I guess people are here for the feet. So the shoutouts. Yeah, but I have 1.4 thousand followers, or 1.4 thousand. Wow, 1.4 followers. But that's like people that like come in, they follow, and then we never see them again. That's the thing. Guys, look! Look! Astro put, like, different colors and things. Look! We got patches everywhere. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I just wanted... Yeah, I have 1.4 followers. I don't know where all the rest of you came from. We've got, like, little bat patches and stuff. They're all over the hat. They're all over my skirt. Chat, this would be me. I've actually been doing this more recently, is as some of my clothes have been getting, like, holes and stuff in them, is I'm, like, putting little patches and stuff on them. Well, I think the fishnet is all the way over, right? I think Astro put everything from, like, the shoulder all the way down is just one giant long fishnet. So I am probably wearing, like, a full bodysuit fishnet. And it continues all the way down to my gloves. Don't worry, you guys will see that part too. Guys, look! Hold on, wait, here's some more. Guys, here's some more. Chad, I have shoes. Chad, I have feet! Chad, I have feet! I have feet! Guys, look! I do, I have feet. Chad, I have feet! Astro did such a good job. Look how cute! Astro did such an amazing job. I could not have asked for better. What do you mean 1,700 stuffers? I'd say these are pretty modern. Why are you dragging me for my shoe choices? What are you talking about? What's wrong with my shoes? Although in real life, I cannot wear any heel whatsoever. All of my shoes have to be completely flat. So what's even worse is I know that if I was to ever go through and do like a cosplay of like me or something, I would have to find some way to kind of do the illusion of boots without actually having a heel on it, because I won't actually be able to walk. That's the worst part. Yeah, it's for kicking Minecraft. Can you do full body tracking in live 2D? Can you do that? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can. Although that would be kind of weird, just having my like feet moving like independently from everything. Although that would be nice for like hands and stuff. Hi Chi! Hi Raiders! Hi Lou! Hi everybody! Guys, you had good timing. Oh my god, Lux! Holy shit. Hey, now's a good time to point out that when you guys give subs, different stuff happens to my models. Hey, thanks for the gift subs. If you guys got gifted a sub, please make sure to say thank you to Lux. I really appreciate it. Now that's gonna be going off for a little while. So, hi! Hey, if you got the emotes, make sure you guys spam it. Yeah, now you guys can dance and stuff, too. Don't see Daddy Luck, shut the fuck up. Shut up, Ham. So, hi, welcome in. Hey, if any of you guys are here from the raid, hello. My name's Kyuu. We're doing a debut today. You guys get to see my model. The lovely Astro, who is pinned up at the top. Which, if you guys have not already, you guys should go and follow. It was also Astro's birthday yesterday, too. So, make sure you guys are going, gifting, stuff on Throne to Astro, because Astro is great. What do you mean, what are these emotes? I did all of them except for 3 of them. I worked really hard on the emotes. This is possessing you. Well, here's the best part, chat. Chat, we could take off the hat again! This joke from like 3 years ago that Moth kept making about eating and stealing my hat has returned, chat. We could take off the hat again. But what's gonna be even better, chat, is I wonder if I can enable it now. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on. If I go here... Hold on. Hold on. Is this gonna work? Oh, chat, did it work? Chat? Go and check the redeems. Let's see if it worked. I don't know if it did. You guys will have to see if it did. I turned it on, but sometimes it doesn't actually work. Chat, it worked. Chat, it auto turns on the hat. It turns it on and off. Chat, we could go back to... It is 10K. I was thinking about making it lower, but I'm not sure because it also leaves it for like 20 minutes. So if you take off the hat, it's no longer like 5 minutes, it's 20 minutes. So it's like you're paying 10K for me to have and not have my hat. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll change the adjustings and stuff. Hi, Armor. You claim the max amount available to you. How did I set this? Hold on, I'm curious. Hold on. Manage rewards. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hat. Edit. Hold on. Sorry, it's still working. Limit per redemptions per user per stream. Yeah. But then somebody else could do it in 20 minutes. Yes, leave the site. Yay! Also, thank you, everybody stretch. Now I'm gonna look really weird when I stretch. Because now you guys are gonna see me turn to the side or anything like that. What's wrong with my emotes? What's wrong with my emotes? Dateable character and date everything. You know what? I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, it still wiggles. That wiggles. What do you mean no wiggling hat? That wiggles. Chat, you guys can take on and off my hat now. Chat, aren't you guys excited? Chat, look! No, not to the degree it was. What do you mean it's vile? I think it's funny. Say I cancel because of no rose gold nails and then subscribe because the fishnet pulled. It's a whole thing. I know. It's a whole thing with like subbing and stuff. Well, the debut video is gonna be up and then I'm gonna go put it on YouTube in a little bit. So don't worry, we got so much stuff to go over. Chat, this is like a full rebrand, full everything, which I think is the best part. So chat, do you guys want to see, No, we're not taking off the shoes. Absolutely not. Chat, no. We're not going to be doing a lot of full body stuff, I don't think. So I don't want you guys to be, like, wasting your points on, like, I don't know, take off a layer of the skirt or take off shoes or something like that. Like, chat, you guys are going to be seeing, like, that 99% of the time. It fits me well. I was so glad. Hi, Mousy. Also, thanks for resubbing. Chat, I moved. Well, I'm thinking, like, it would be funnier if it's, like, take off skirt, but you guys take off, like, the red piece. You take off just this red piece right here, and then it just leaves the rest. Or take on and off the apron. That'd be kind of funny. I think that would be enjoyable. Twitch would probably just carry. There are so many layers. It, like, takes off, like, the bat necklace or something. It takes off one of the sleeves. Oh my god, if we have steal the potion and drink it, and you guys get, like, randomly timed out for a certain amount of seconds, that actually might be kind of funny. Or maybe that's where the frog comes in. Loses the face. Oh my god. No. See, I don't know if I can have throwables. Thank you also, Mousy. Thank you, everybody, for all the gift subs, and thank you to everybody resubbing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So if you guys got a gift sub for Mousy, make sure to say thank you. Yeah, the on-screen celebration I don't do because it lags out people's browsers and computers. So I set it, like, ridiculously high, so to discourage people from using it, do not use it. It fucks up people's browsers pretty badly. Add a patch on the hat! Maybe we'll do that for, like, the subathon in July. Do not, Bunny. Absolutely do not. Yeah, it'll lag out people's browsers because it, like, overtakes all of the, all of, like, the RAM and stuff. So it's kind of annoying. So that's... And you can't actually turn it off, which is, I think, is the worst part. Thanks for streaking. Chat, there's so much stuff going on, so I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. I've also kind of lost my mind this entire week. Not only setting this up, but also trying to come home and then being stuck at the fucking airport for 24 hours. Yeah, it crashes Chrome and it crashes Edge, which there are some people that do actually use Edge. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, well now I can't watch the stream because everyone's gonna use like 100 bits and then destroy my browser and then it's gonna crash. Chat, we'll go over all of this and then we're gonna do story time because it's crazy work. Listen, my mom has started using Edge and she's like, this is so much easier to use than Chrome. And I'm like, you know what, fine. Oh boy. It was a time. Don't worry, after we go through all of this, we'll have story time, because story time is gonna take me like an hour to explain about me being stuck at the airport for 24 hours, and how much of a fucking fastoosh that was. However, I did get a nice voucher out of it, so. You can get the Google on it just so easily. My mom hated Chrome, so. Just go ramp check. We're not doing a ramp check. Absolutely not. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Armor. Okay, so chat. Hi, it's me! Chat, I made a funky little presentation thingy, cause my friend Fire had a debut a couple months ago, and I was like, yo, Fire's really smart. I was like, I should be really cool and do like a little presentation thing too, cause like, Fire is much better than me at like everything else. So it's not a PowerPoint, it's an actual presentation, I swear. So I should probably move me. Hold on, I gotta move over here. Wait, can I like, hold on. Wait, if I do that, oh! Chat, I can just do it from here? Chat, I could just do it from here. Oh my god. Wait, I don't have to change it on the freaking- Oh my god, I have to change it on OBS. Oh my god, chat, I'm so excited. I'll have to change it on OBS. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. I had no idea how any of this works. I do have a prepaid credit card. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We do not want this full screen celebration. Everyone's RAM is gonna freak out. Chat. Welcome to my fancy presentation. Chat, I did a whole thing because I didn't want to forget anything. Tax return. Okay, I made $174 from my tax return, and I was like really excited, except I owe my CPA $600, so I'm not making any money off of my taxes this year. I'm very upset. I lost money this year again. God damn it. That's okay, because I know everything's done. I'm not going to get audited. So, hi, chat! It's me! We're getting a full PowerPoint. Chat, I'm even fancy. And chat, I even have a logo now. I'm so excited! Chat, we got a fucking logo! And it's in multiple colors. No, I'm not preparing a defense. What do you mean that's gonna be weird? What, the logo? Oh, for the live 2D. Okay, I thought it was like, what's wrong with the logo? I was like, what did the logo do? I guess that makes a little more sense. So, hi chat, it's me. Welcome to the presentation. Chat, here's the exciting bits. Is it going? Oh shit, wait, too far! Wait, hold on, chat, I figured it out. I mean, I kind of like the 3D model clipping through itself, but I feel like this one is also gonna clip through itself already. Hi, CJ. What do you mean? Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny to just put old. Guys, I'm in my 30s. What the fuck do you want me to say? I'm old. To all of your guys' standards, I'm old. So, hi, chat. It's me. Here's the dates. We came back in 2022. This has been in the works since, like, January of 2022? So, chat, this is a 4-year-long process. Excuse me. Yes, you guys can make old jokes. You guys already do. This was a very long process going back and forth through multiple people of talking to different people who were like, yeah, I could do this. And then they're like, yeah, I can't actually do this. And then it was, hey, can you do this? Yeah, I can do this. And then it was, yeah, it's been too long. I can no longer do this. This has been an up and down roller coaster. This got started forever ago. So, I'm trying not to spend money. Do not spend money. Do not spend money for the leg emote. Absolutely not. So, chat, this has been 4 years in the making. So, thank you, Captain. Thank you, Eru. Thank you, Deck, for everything in the in-between. This was a very, very, very long goddamn process. So, thanks everybody for sticking with me throughout all of this. I really appreciate it. Also, if you notice, the logo is in multiple colors, chat. I'm very excited. I was thinking about getting one of the fancy ones, but I was like, this one works just as well. Because then I could, that's what the patch is up in the top corner, which, chat, I could also turn that off! Chat, I am the best, most experienced streamer ever. Guys, hit me up for how to do the debut and stuff. Did the doctor explain my physical? I did run this by my doctor yesterday, so I mean, you're not far off. But he's kind of cool, and he's like, you know what, whatever makes you happy. Doing so well for my first one. chat, our affiliate anniversary date's in May. No, my doctor's pretty cool with it. It was like, so how does this help your gender dysphoria? And I was like, actually quite a lot. I was like, maybe at some point, maybe I'll get like a guy model and then I could just toggle depending on what I'm feeling that day. And he was like, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense. He's like, I'm actually kind of jealous of that. So there you go, chat. Just become a VTuber and I'll fix your gender dysphoria. It's such a stupid joke. He can't confirm. He did laugh about it. He's like, at some point, do you want to do an appointment with your model? And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, this is not actually legal advice. Hi, Vess. This is not actually legal advice. It's a cute, good idea, but it doesn't actually fix anything. Chat, you cannot fix gender dysphoria like that. This is for all intents and purposes a joke. Oh, man. What do you mean it's taller now? I've always been tall. Guys, I know you guys have been, like, watching me for, like, a year and, like, 3 months with the chibi model. But this is actually canonically, like, I can go pull up the old model, the old PNG. I can go pull up the old PNG. This is how it was always supposed to be. Arrow and Cap'n were just like, ooh, tiny model. And I was like, okay. And then we used it. Chat, that's how it worked. Who came out of stress after experimenting with their model's gender? Oh, man. Still not wearing octopus with a top hat. Which that octopus is still behind me, actually. It's still behind me. I wrapped it around my chair. Alright, chat, what was next? Oh, here we go. Chat, here's my reference sheet. Chat, Astro did a very lovely job. Hold on, wait, can I do this? Chat. Astro did such a wonderful job. 10 out of 10. So now you can see, like, the actual back and everything. I think my favorite part is the fact that Astro put all of this together before we had all the donkey stuff. And I was like, man, thank God Astro was like, oh, I should put, like, a stuffed animal for you. And, is it no, I think it's also for FTM, right? As well, right? Yeah, you guys will never see the teddy bear. But it's also kind of cute because it's like a little, like, secret thing. You know, that's just back there. However, though, here you go, Bunny. Here's the fingerless gloves. It's not rose gold nails, but I actually have those nail colors, so maybe at some point, maybe I'll try and do my nails like that. They'll probably be a little bit longer than they're actually on the model, but I should be able to actually do my nails like that. I should have that purple, and I know I definitely have that red, and there's, like, little flecks in there, so I should be able to actually put, like... Chat, this was just more fun, because I was like, ooh, I could actually do this. I was like, maybe at some point, maybe I'll figure out a way to actually make this as, like, a full cosplay. I don't think it would be too difficult. So you could spread your wings. I know you sent me some of the pictures. Oh, man. So, chat, here's the actual hat up in the top corner. I really like the hat. I really enjoy it. It's definitely floppy. Like, it's not gonna be as, tail-like as the one on the live 3D model. But, the big giant hat, I think, just kind of solidifies the entire look. So, there's a star to remind me. Oh my god. Listen, you could try and get 1,000,000 points, and then you get a star, and you get your own star. It'll be fine. I promise. You can fix the hat not being wiggly. What, for in this one? Would you have to, like, re-rig it? I wonder. I don't know. trying to think about it. It would be, like, probably a mess. Although, if you could figure out, like, how to actually get the whole thing to work, because I haven't figured it out yet. To redeem. It's just, like, wiggles back and forth. That's the only time it does it. Oh my god, turned it into an expression. Guys, we've already... Okay, we got the model. That was the most important time. We'll be at model 17.3. If we end up at 17.3, I think something else is wrong. Hi, Atria. Chat, I mean... Listen, I'm excited, because now we've got, like, this full thing. I was very grateful, and I was like, listen, I need to see what the back is, especially because after making everybody's models into stuffed animals, chat, everyone should go and get a reference sheet and make sure that you put what the fuck is on the back. Every single one of you right now. If you are a VTuber, go and draw the back of your fucking model. We're not hitting a weird donkey. We're not hitting a weird donkey. I have a tiny bear. I've been half debating. I was like, I don't know if we should name the bear or if we should just leave him be. But, like, so you can see the back of my head anytime. Okay, everybody else does not. Everybody else that has a Life 2D does not have the back whatsoever. Oh, it's not a wonky. So chat, we got the full 360. I'm very excited. I like all the little patches. I'm very grateful that Astra also went through with all these little patches, like adding different you know, different colors and textures and stuff, because if you look here, like, look at the bottom, like, look how good that looks. Having just this little tiny, you know, thing at the bottom, we've got all these little pieces and stuff, we've got all the little, like, threads and different lines and stuff. This is what I always wanted in this model, was to have it be a kind of kooky and weird. Hi, Simon. Because I took a lot of inspiration when I first drew everything way back when I was coming up with, like, drafting stuff back in, like, 2022. It was, like, a lot of inspiration from, like, Skullgirls and stuff like that. I love, like, different line weights. I love just weird shit. Just different textures and things like this. So I was like, ah, yes, perfect. So chat, everyone should go and drop a whole bunch of money to Astro right now. So I'm very, very grateful. I think it looks great. I think it looks really cute. I'm also biased, to be fair. If you guys remember, hold on, do I still have it? Do I still have it? Wait, if I do this, hold on, chat. If I do this, if you guys didn't see, there was a whole thing back and forth between me and Cap'n for what it was that we had given to our model moms of, like, what it was that we wanted and stuff. It was a whole short that I came up with, and it was really funny. I don't think it does have lipstick, no. I don't think it had it. But, like, this is what I gave, was like, hey, here's everything that I wanted, here's all, like, the floppiness, you know, like, I want an oversized hat, here's some of the colors I want, here's all the accessories, what are we doing with the eye patch, you know, we need bats everywhere, and then I went, this is what I want layers! I don't care what we're doing, I want layers! No, the fishnet's not sentient. I don't know about the bear. I don't know if there's, like, should we come up with lore for the bear? I don't know. I don't know if the bear has, like, a name or anything. But I was like, look, we're not making the hat larger. We're not making the hat larger. Absolutely not. I really liked all of the different layers and stuff. That is my favorite episode, by the way, from Cardcaptor, is when she gets to meet her grandfather. It is, like, the cutest fucking episode. And so that is always stuck in my mind for, like, the past 25 years of just, like, how much I love that dress. This was from an H game, don't look that one up. But everything else, I was like, ah, yes, perfect. This is what I wanted. I want, like, Yuko from X-Holic. I want the doll from Bloodborne. I want, like, big floppy bullshit. This is what I want. I'm not trapping a soul in there. I'm not trapping anybody in there. Guys, we're not putting anybody in the bear. We're not doing that. So, like, Astro's really great to look at that slop that I gave her. It was like, hey, can you do that for me? Can you make me something good out of this? And Astro's like, okay, I'll try. So thank you, Astro. Greatly appreciated. That's where I'm hiding. Oh my god. I've also got to say, this is 99% because Snooze is the best, so thank you, Snooze. If it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened either. Snooze is the best. There's like a special thank you especially for Snooze for this, because I was fumbling. I was fumbling. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess, chat. So, chat, we got a whole bunch of expressions, too. Oh, I should probably make myself disappear. Chat, we got so many things. It's from a Funari anti-game. I sent one recently as a joke to a friend of mine. Chat, we've got expressions. I haven't quite figured out how to get them to work yet. And, like, how to remember which ones are which. I haven't done that yet. It takes me a little bit. But we've got, like, all these cute little stars and things. There's hearts. There's blushing. There's some crying. For some reason, it doesn't work yet. Yeah, you can't combine them. They will actually kind of work. I got, like... I tried to set it up now where if you guys give subs, we'll get the little hearts and, it clearly hasn't learned. We're not taking out my eye. I still haven't figured it out because I think it's like this one is that one. Okay, so here's blush, but then I can combine it with this one, and then I could combine it with this one. I haven't quite figured it out yet. It's kind of a mess. Which ones did I hit? Was it this one? There we go. I'm still working on it. I don't know how these work very well. It's that's the problem, is I've never done them. Yeah, every emotion. Wait, here, hold on. Wait, does this one do? Oh yeah, there's the sweat drop. There you go. The only one that I think we're really gonna be using the most is gonna be like the hat one. So, what do you mean death trap hat? No, I could, like... See? Yeah! But if I... Oh, yeah, there we go. See, I haven't figured it out yet, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I could, like... puff out my cheeks and stuff, and it kind of works. Yeah! I don't know how angry works, though. I haven't gotten that to work. It is a redeem. Everyone has already been stealing it. I think I may end up making it cheaper, but it is for longer, so I don't know. Listen, I'm just, it is moving. Did you just now realize? I'm still kind of losing my mind with this. I still don't know how half of this stuff works. So if things look a little weird at one point, that's probably why. But, chat, when you guys gift subs, or when you guys give bits, or when you guys resub and stuff, this is the perfect time. I know it is. Like, I don't know how any of this works. But, all of the expressions should toggle, and I think it has, like, a 10-second cooldown or something like that. I don't know. I didn't notice it when everybody was resubbing. I haven't figured it out yet. So, fingers crossed, we'll have to try and monitor as we get, like, stuff in. Chat, this is not, like, a goat or anything of, like, give a sub right now. Absolutely not. I haven't noticed yet because I'm looking at, like, multiple screens, and, like, my model's over here on this screen, and then the actual model's on the other side. It's exclamation point reminder, I think. It's a whole thing, chat. It's a whole thing, and I think what I need to do is I need to buy an actual stand to go behind my monitor for the camera, because right now it's on my desk, and I had to move my sound mixer for me to make space for it. Did it work? Why didn't it work? Last loser that did gift a sub. I saw some of them were working. I don't know why some are working, but some aren't. I'm gonna have to test it, chat. I'm gonna have to test. I'm gonna have to gift subs and stuff. So in the next couple of days, as I'm trying to fix some of this stuff this weekend, because I know there's like some more things that I'm trying to work on that I was going to do 2 days ago, but I got stuck at the fucking Charlotte airport for 24 hours. So bad. So, Chad, there's gonna be randomly some expressions just periodically, just here and there. I'll figure it out at some point, I promise. I promise it's gonna look good, but, like, we got, like, the sides of the face, we got the nose, we got... Actually, can I make myself slightly bigger? Hold on. See, we can go, like, over here, and over here. I can kind of puff out my cheeks, it sometimes works. I don't know why it doesn't all the time, but it does sometimes. What do you mean it keeps growing? I'm supposed to be big! Isn't the- listen, isn't that what people like out of VTubers? Is like, you can see everything and shit. I still have to see how this is gonna look with, like, different games and stuff. I haven't practiced that yet. Is like, I don't know if that means, like, making myself smaller? I don't know. I don't know yet, chat. But here, wait, let me see. Wait, we got hat. We got blush. Yeah. We got, I don't think 2 does anything. Is 2 not doing anything? Hello? I don't think 2 does anything. We got 3, which is this one. I'm gonna have to go find out what the hell's wrong with number 2. Number 4. Yeah. Hey, thanks for subbing everybody today. We got this one. This one's stars. No, I turned off bald. I turned that one off, but I know I reset it to something else, because I, like, removed all expressions and just redid them myself. Because all of these are separate. Like, the eye is separate, the sticker is separate, so I could technically pull these apart if I really wanted to. Oops, wait, wrong one. Wait. That one! Yeah! I have it set where, this one, should be whenever somebody's banned. Because that one will be funny, I think. So, chat, don't actually go to aim to get banned, but at the same time, I think it'll be funny. If that just pops up and I'm like, oh, somebody just got banned. Chat, we have expressions! We have expressions! I'm so excited! Well, because we banned, like, quite a few, like, bots and stuff like that, excuse me, through, like, Saribot and stuff. So I know it's gonna get used. Like, quite a bit. Chat, here's the best part, though. I should probably, disappear for this. Chat, if you remember, a while ago, we had talked about how cute would it be if... We're not throwing the brooch. We talked about how cute it would be if everyone that I made plushes for, if we put them into my room. So we've got, like, all the theming where it's all, like, sewing and stuff like that, but I wanted, like, my room to be, like, a proper room, not just, like, a background with some of the patches and stuff on it like we used to have. So I went through, and chat, I'm insane, and I drew literally everyone that I have made so far. So, every single person that we've made plushes for is going to be in my new little fancy thing, which I should probably switch to, so we can have a whole thing. Chat, if I turn me back on, and then I switch over here... Hi, Aches! Chat! Chat, we have a room! Chat, we have a full room! Chat, I can stand here in the room! Don't worry, I'll go over all of it, too. Chat! I switched straight to the donkey, good. I have been kind of homeless this whole time. Like, if you guys looked at, like, the starting soon screen and stuff, you would have seen, like, there's, like, the little witch's hut in the corner and stuff. If you go over to, like, the... Hold on, I'll disappear for a second. Hold on, chat. See, chat, I got a little cabin in the woods. There, I put myself a little closer. Is that better? Chat, I got a little cabin. Hi, Loot. Another bear. Chat, see, now I could be in my room. Isn't that great? Chat, I could be in my actual room. I'm debating if I should, like, flip everything to be to the right side for, like, your guys' chat. I haven't figured that out yet. But chat, we got, like, my little room. Everything was also kind of done with a purpose, too. And see, now you can see behind me, too. There's, like, everybody out on the back, little cabinet, too. So that's where all those little models went. So, chat, everybody's back there. Chat! We got a full room! I've kind of talked about it. How was it? Yeah, send me a DM so I remember how to do it. Or I remember to actually message you. Send me a DM, like, right now with, like, that exact question. What is under the drawers? Is that alive? Oh, that's my cat. We thought it would be funny. Hold on, I should probably do this. Hold on. Let's do this, because this is gonna be easier. Hold on. If I go back over here... Yeah, there we go. Chat! Here's the room. I showed this to you guys, I want to say this was a couple of months ago. Like, quite a few months ago. Of everything that I was working on. We should probably start in the top corner, shouldn't we? This is, like, a full thing with, like, so many references that are just not gonna make any sense. Like, over here we have, like, this moth on the wall for our friend Moth. And I was like, I should probably add something similar near to it. We've got... But as baseball. No, we did not add baseball. We've got, like, this window dressing over here, but I thought it would be funny to make it look like the cat has torn it up. So we've got, like, little holes in it and some, like, cat scratches. Yeah, this was a very long time ago. We've got Ebb over here, who's our little space tiger. We've got, over here, we have our nice little couch. That's gonna come into play much later, once the pilot program is all set up. Don't worry, chat, you guys will really enjoy it. We've got the little blanket here with little dino ducky Rileys on it. We have a frog pillow. This is actually Rin, because if you ever pay attention to Rin's profile picture, it is a god-awful looking creature. I wonder if I can make the... Hold on. If I do that, yeah, that's better. So we've got Rin over here, the pillow. We've got Critter, the little chickadee over here. So there's some of my mods. Over here we have Jalal and Velvet. Because I made their little bats, so they're on the stuff over here as a sticker. We've got, I drew one of the little dinosaurs over here. That's part of Riley's model, because if you ever pay attention. What do you mean everyone's catching strays? Nobody's catching strays. We got, we got, the end of Riley's tail has a little dinosaur that hangs from it. So there's the dinosaur. We've got an extra bat over here. We've got, I tried to draw a little boomalope here, but it kind of came out a little bit more like a horse. So this is gonna end up being pretty much acrylics, like orange horse. We've got a little Pepsi logo for Pepper over here. We've got, yeah, we've got the number 4 for neck over here. We got the leg for Bunny over here. We have everybody's, you know, plushes over here. So this is literally everybody that I have made so far. Now, we technically have not made me yet, so we can actually just kind of ignore me, but everybody else we've already made. So I was like, we should probably put them all in. We've got a little mousy doodle over here. So here's Mousy. We've got a shotgun over here for Minecraft. We have one of the kobolds from Dokapon for when we played with Nappy and Mousy and stuff. There's like references to everything. We got a little plane here for Mika. We have a little paladin for Tempered. We've got a little pink bunny for Bunny. We've got actually 2 octopuses. I don't know why I did 2 of them. We've got the little fungus for Atria. I tried to put as many people as possible. Like I was really trying. We've got a little Sura right here. We've got my cat. We've got oh my god, Leonid's Ampharos. We've got Pyrrha over here as a coffee cup. We've got NS with the little like pink and white kind of purplish cat thing. We've got the little purple bunny that I made for Lux. I was really trying. We got like a little yellow dog over here. I was trying to put as much stuff as possible everywhere. But the most fun part, oh, and then we have Callie over here. I was really trying to fit as many stupid shit as possible. Like, we've got all little potion bottles that are, like, on my model and stuff. We've got, if you scroll over here a little bit, obviously we have this calendar with Kong. I went through and I figured out what the fucking actual date was when we got Kong, and I put him over here. We have Twerk over here. Here's Cap'n over here. Although I might end up removing Cap'n because Cap'n is technically over here. Like, this is technically Cap'n, so I'm not sure. Where's the router hat? I don't know. Maybe. See, what's really nice about this is there's still plenty of space where I could just add more people. I just wanted, like, an approximation of some stuff so that I knew what I was working with. And I was like, this is great because I could just kind of keep working on this too. I mean, we got Polter over here. Like, this is our friend Poltervine. I thought it was really funny if I put him in as, like, an actual plant pot. Unfortunately, it doesn't have, like, the vines and stuff, but I thought it'd be even funnier is that they made him, like, an actual snake plant. I added, like, little fairy lights and stuff. We've got one of the dolls that I had when I was growing up. Here's Banana the Bat, who I actually have literally right above me, who I'm looking at. Here's the old butterscotch bear that I had when I was a kid that my mom made me get rid of and I'm still sad about. I tried to just put as much stuff as possible because I think it's more fun like that. It's always gonna look a little weird because of the way that I draw stuff, but at the same time, it also makes it more fun. And chat, here's the best part. Chat, we got some art. Chat, I made it where we can replace the art. So chat, if you guys make fan art, streamer favoritism. I know I'm awful. How dare I? Chat, we could change out the art. And you may be wondering why there's some art of me and Bunny back there, but don't worry, I'll get to that. Chat, I'm thinking it'd be funny if, like, once a month I change this out. I'm not throwing victims in. I'm not throwing people into the fireplace. I thought it would be fun if, like, we have this little frame back here that I put in that we could just change out the art just periodically. Yeah, warehouse of paintings. Well, because people kept giving me, like, different art and stuff. And I felt bad because I was like, I mean, yeah, I could put it on the schedule, but that's all I do. I don't put it, like, in the actual thing. On, like, the actual stream where you could physically see it. So, I don't look at the little Mousy. I sent a picture and I was like, Mousy, I put you in. Because see that I could do more too, is like I could put more people as like little sticky notes and stuff. I could put some people on the fireplace. I can make some people into plushes and put them over here. Ignore the size of the cauldron. See, I could set it like that, but I kind of like it being static. So it's like once a month it'll change out. You know? Like, I like how Twerk has it, but I don't know if I would have like a magic frame that'll just kind of cycle. I feel like I would be that kind of person, like yeah, Twerk saying, like, I have a whole warehouse of paintings. Like, could you see me, like, climbing up here once a month and having to change out this? The cauldron is big, and it's gonna make sense in, like, probably, like, a couple of months to a year. Chat, it'll make sense. It'll make sense. You guys will enjoy it. You guys will really appreciate it. I'm not putting anyone in the cauldron that doesn't want to be. You guys will see this later. So, the couch is on purpose. The cauldron is on purpose. But that's for later. I'm not cooking, you guys. Yeah, if I put, like, little stickers on here, and they're slightly, like, curled and stuff. I just thought it was funny. I just thought that this was fun. So now you can kind of see, like, all of the detailing and stuff. Like, we thought it would be funny if there's just, like, some yarn over here and, like, the cat is trying to go and attack the yarn. So that one was Critter's idea. So we got the cat who's just waiting and is like, ooh, what's this? What's going on? So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for more, and for this to evolve slowly over time. And maybe we just, like, move things, which is also really nice, is chat, I'm actually insane. Everything's on separate layers. So I could just kind of move things. And get rid of things as we no longer need it. And move stuff around. And place things where they need to be. Wherever they are. Yeah, just take the whole fireplace. We just remove it. I lost my my ability to have the fireplace. But yeah, Twerk's over here. I thought it was funny to have, like, a couple of people as, like... Because, okay, we had talked about this. When it was Capin's birthday, and I was setting up the whole Kudo board, like what Jalal and Velvet always do for each other, because I thought that was the cutest thing ever. So I was like, okay, we'll do one for Capin as well. And I think this was already, what, 2 years ago? Everyone kept making art for Capin. But chat, the best part was after a while we kind of realized that everyone's just making all of this art and stuff. But all you have to do is just have a coffee cup and you just assume it's Capin. So I had to do a throwback for that. Because it was just, it's always as simple as just putting a brown apron on a coffee cup and you know that's Capin. 100% of the time, no other time. You don't have a doodle? You do have a doodle. You have the little leg. Hold on, I just accidentally drew there. Hold on, I didn't want to do that. No, I don't want to cut this entire layer. Oh my god. No, there's a leg here. I know it kind of looks like shit because it's, like, really tiny. But there is a leg there. We got the orange horse. I tried to make the stupid boomalope for Vess, and it looked fucking horrendous. So I replaced it with a Prilix orange horse. I'm still working on some of these for some people. I'm still working slowly but surely. I swear I am. I just... It's just like a coffee bean. At first I drew a little coffee bean and I was gonna be like, that's Capin, but then I was like, maybe. I was like, the coffee cup is actually better. The original was the super. Listen, I was trying, okay? I think this is good for now, and then, like, changing out maybe some, like, foliage and stuff as we keep going and things like that. And technically I did that for the opening and the ending and the be right back is I have, like, a variation for, like, spring and summer and one for fall and winter where, like, the tree is dead. So I thought that'd be kind of cute. It's not gonna snow or anything in my cabin. Chat, I deal with enough snow that I'm not gonna put snow into my fake cabin, too. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. I absolutely refuse. But chat, even if I don't get any fan art, I sat down and I started making art because I was like, I'm gonna feel really bad if I go through a whole... No, I was thinking about the seasonal window, but I think it kind of looks better having all the foliage out there all the time instead of having it be like a dead, sad tree out there. I was like, I kind of like having the actual foliage out there. So we've got everybody. Yay. But I went, I'm gonna need some art, because I was like, I don't know if it would be kind of weird if I just put, like, art of myself, but it's my model. So I went, I should probably make some art for myself. Because I never got a lot of art with my last model. So if you notice, a lot of it was, like, kind of repeated, which I was okay with. I just never had the time to do art for myself. So I appreciate the care I put into it. I'm insane. Like, who the hell is gonna sit here and draw candles and then put fucking, you know, lights on it and then do atmospheric lighting and then I have fucking global lighting, so there's global shadows everywhere. And then there's the global glow from everything. Or, like, putting all the little fucking things of thread in the bobbin and stuff and, like, making sure that this machine's actually threaded. I think I'm just insane. I think I'm just absolutely insane is what this is. Oh, and then trying to figure out how to do, like, the fucking stained glass Tiffany lamp. Chat, I don't own one of these. I just thought it was really fancy, and I was like, I should put that in there. I think I really tried. We've got the glow. We've got the global shadows. It just makes everything, like, kind of pop a little bit more. We have, the actual cross-stitch that Callie made for me of her cat, Sally. I'm just insane. So I didn't really get a lot of art, and I never really had the time to do art with my last model, so I should probably change that. So chat, I made myself some fan art. Chat, it's me and Bunny. I promise this is definitely one of them. Probably all of them. I had promised Bunny, I want to say it was like a year previous. I said, I'm gonna make us some art. And I thought it would be really cute if I did, like, we're taking a selfie together, except I'm actually clinically insane. So now that's actually in the that's actually in the frame right now. So if I switch back over to this one, you'll see, chat, that's currently back there. So I put some global shadows over it and all kinds of stuff, and so you can kind of see it's back there, and I'm like, yay, we have stuff! So that's gonna be up there for like a month or so. But I went, man, I kind of want this to be like we're actually taking a picture. And I drew all of this, and I was really excited about it. And I had like this whole thing where I was like, oh, I'm gonna put all this together. It's gonna be like a little background thing. I gotta draw all this in. Oh, this is fun. I gotta put in all of this. And then here's like my basic sketch. And then I went, although I feel like I didn't do enough. And I went, this should be more fun. And I went, I don't think I like it like this. So chat, then I started doing some filters. And I went, oh man, if I don't have enough art, I can just replace it with one of the filter ones. And so, I started adding the dog filter with like the tongue sticking out and shit. Chat, I made a couple of different filters. I made a couple of different filters. I Facebook dad vibes. What, you mean with like the roses? Oh yes, my dad totally would have roses at the bottom of his picture. I I just thought it was really funny, and then I was like, oh, we should do like the little boxes too. I was like, that'd be really cute. And then you can put like all the filters on it. Chat, I have idiot-proofed this. So later on, if I don't have enough fan art, I can just put my own art in there. I idiot-proofed this myself, chat. This is what I've been doing for months. When you guys have been like, oh, Q, what have you been doing in your off time? It's a new filter. Oh my god, whatever the new filter is that everybody's using on TikTok or something, I have to draw it in. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed. The worst part is that at one time, Bunny was streaming, and I said, hey, can you zoom out on your model? And I took a picture of the model, and this was back before Bunny was a bunny, and so I had to change everything halfway through. Can you send me the file for this? I think you already have it, don't you? I think I sent you the, I think I sent you the Clip Studio file, didn't I? I'll have to go and look. Remind me that, too. Remind me of that, too, so I'll send you that. So chat, we could just add all of them. And then we could take that off. And then it gets, like, fancier. Because, like, I changed it where it's, like, there's two different brightnesses. I wanted it so it's not going to be the same thing over and over. This chat jaw filter. Where we have everything sucked in. Oh my god. So, when I was saying that I was losing my mind setting up for this, it's because I was doing extra shit too on top of all of it. So then I did more fan art of myself, and chat, I watch a lot of Joel / Porcelain Maid, who recently just had another debut too. And so I thought it would be funny if I did. Because, like, at one point, there was one point where Joel posted on Blue Sky saying, please draw me with your OCs. I love seeing this. And I was like, I kind of have to figure out how to draw myself. And so I went, I should draw me with Joel. And I had this whole thing where it's like, I have to fix Joel's outfit because it's like a mess and I'm trying to sit here and like work on it. But then fucking Chatbat's over here drinking my tea. So I sat here. And I liked the colors, but I liked the gray more. So I ended up just turning it into complete gray. So we got like this detective noir, like... kind of filter with like the pretty string lights in the back. I fucking Chatbat. I thought it was funny. You know, it's like I'm trying to sit here and I've got my sewing kit out. We've got some fabric over here. I'm trying to fix something and then fucking the blockheads, and then here's the fucking bat. It's just fucking destroying everything. And I thought it was cute that we have all of this and, like, the only color is just everything above. And it's like, ah, yes, we're trying to work through the night and you guys are just kind of ruining everything for us. Chat, I just wanted to make fan art of myself. Chat, don't you ever just do that? You don't just ever just make fan art? So that then I can put stuff into a frame in my room that nobody else will notice except for myself. I actually put in my calendar once a month that I have to go through and I have to go and change it out too. Like, I'm really serious about this. None of you guys are gonna notice this. See? Weirdo. See? None of you will notice this except for me. Not a single one of you. I'm gonna change it periodically. Nobody's gonna say a word, but I'm gonna be sitting there and be like, hi, Hex. So, chat, I think what we've come to is I've kind of lost my mind. All of this for this. Chat, I drew full fucking pictures and shit just to go into this frame that nobody's gonna notice because it's behind me. Chat, you can't even see it. Chat, you can't even see it. That's the worst part. It's just back there in the corner. Nobody ever notices this, but I'm gonna notice it. And look, you can just see it's like, I'm covering Buddy too, which is even the worst part. I have to like lean all the way over here so you can see. I think I just kind of lost my mind by the end of it. And I went, I'm so sick of sitting here and waiting for all of this that I went, I should work on some other stuff. And I was like, ah yes, personal fan art of myself. So not only, chat, did I do fan art of all of our friends that I made their plushes of, but I did fan art of myself. So, yeah, I kind of lost my mind part of the way through. Getting Mike Wazowski. I really lost my mind by the end. And here's the thing, is now we're doing all of this, and there's still some stuff that isn't ready either. Which is kind of the worst part, is I'm like, man, I'm annoyed. So chat, here we go. So here is all of the emotes. I should probably disappear here for a second. So chat, there's new emotes. You're very welcome. I started working on these of December of 2024. So it's been a while. So chat, we've got a little salute emote up here. I really like this this emote, so I just put my hat on it. Chat, I feel like this is, I'm just gonna use this one all the time. Kyuu is gonna be just my permanent reaction to everything. We've got an updated of the blanket one. I really like this one because I also, I also put in, like, the little bats and the stars and stuff like the original one had. The cookie of endless suffering isn't there, only the frog? No, it should be a bits emote. I'm pretty sure I didn't move those. So, you have to be a tier 2 to have the frog now. It's not there? It's there, I see it. What does it say? No, it said bits reward. I'm physically seeing it. There you go, I just posted it. Only bit emotes are leg, pawn, and fire. What? What? How is that busted? I'll have to figure that out later. Somebody send me a message and say, try and fix cookie emote. Anyway, we've also got bye. Chat, bye is actually made by Kyuu. Hold on, chat. So, if you guys are looking for some great emotes, or you know people that are looking for some great emotes, you can actually get them in a little bundle. So we got both hi and bye. And, they are animated as well. So, chat, you guys could say hi. You guys could say bye. Bye does cry. Unfortunately, on here, it doesn't move. I also drew the Cap'n one over here. Because I know Minecraft is probably gonna use it a lot. And I thought it was funny. I did make it an animated one, though, because I am running out of standard slots. So I did use the Twitch animation thing. So, I'm glad that that kind of worked, and now you guys can just spam that whenever I'm kind of suffering. See? It's a pretty great emote. I'd say it's pretty good. We got Cease. That one, has been around now for a couple of months. I have been using that one pretty extensively, especially against Ender. I do enjoy the original Cease emote, but that one and, what's the other one? What's the other one that was a Pepe? I'm trying to go through, and I'm trying to have it where we're not going to have any Pepe emotes anymore, because I know there's a lot of people that still are uncomfortable with them, and I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable, so I was like, I could just redraw these. So chat, instead, I'm taking all the Pepe emotes and I'm just making them our own. That's what's happening. We do have another one of the dance emotes, so I paid Lyric Kiwi for that one again. Hold on, can I spell that? What's also really nice is, chat, if you guys forget any of these, or anything like that, they should be all properly credited as well. So, when you guys hover over them, it should tell you who the artist is. Most of the artists are gonna be me. I drew, like, 99% of these, with the exception of, like, 3. But chat, we could dance again. That's actually one of my favorite emotes. even just for me personally. I use it all the time. I did make an enter one. That's also going to be a nodding emote, but that's one of the 6 that still has to get fixed. We do have flashbang. Chat, I hand rotoscoped. I put in the actual flashbang emote, and it's about 32 frames, and I hand put in the hat and then put the overlay over it. So chat, you're very welcome. We now have our own version of flashbang. We were debating putting the eye patch on it, but everyone said it would be funnier if it's just the hat. Chat, we only use that for plate up and nothing else. The ear wasn't as bad. I just took the entire hat and I just kind of, like, cut it out. So, and then we got the little heart one. I like this one better than the original one. And then we have High over here. So as you can see, these two are like a pair. I think they're really cute. I like them being ones that you guys can actually pay for as opposed to like the long ones that you usually get with better TTV. We got an updated of the We still have Jingle. I added in the Keck one, and apparently Ham doesn't like it. I don't know why. I thought it was really funny. Because I didn't have, like, another good laughing one. So I figured if we have one follower emote that's a laughing one, and one that's, like, a paid-for one, that, I just... I think it just looks really funny how it's bouncing. I just think that it looks really funny. So I rotoscoped that one, too. We've got the knife one. That one was a bits emote. I specifically put that one in only for Patch, because Patch was the only one that had that bits level. But, I did move that over for you guys. So now Patch gets a different one, so don't worry. We also have the loading one. I could figure out how to get that one to animate. So that one's just a static one. Mad came back. I like this one a little bit better. See, it just looks so good, but there's just all these kecks. Because they're all going at different rates. This is where the audio filter cuts it. I saw the cat, and I was like, I want to have this cat. I want to have this cat for forever. We have another notes emote. I did try to figure out how to animate that one with using bones and stuff. I just wasn't very good at it. I didn't know how to cut these, so some of these are going to be remaining static, but there's a couple of them that should get put in soon. We got a panic one. We got a raid one again. This is the one that we worked on stream, so thank you everybody for helping me out with that, because I think it does look much better. We got the shrug one. It still looks a little dark despite putting some white around the hands. I'm not sure how we could fix that. So I'm sure it's probably gonna look better if we, like, make it bigger and blow it up, but... I think you can press buttons that muscle, shut up. We have the Psy emote again, so that one came back. I do kind of like the full body version of it, but I couldn't really get it to work, so I was like, you know what, this is close enough. Sips came back. Here's the vibe one that we had worked on stream. I thought it would be funny if I did the witches one, because we usually bring that back every Halloween time. So I took it and I rotoscoped over it. So it is actually us. The little witchies one will actually, like, walk back and forth and stuff. And then I redid Yay. So combined all of that. And then chat, the bite emote is back. There should be the cookie one. I don't know why it's not working. I know Pawn is there, and I know This Is Fine is there. And then there should be some follower emotes. So I moved Donkey over for you guys. Cat is still there, fortunately. The star one got moved over. We have a regular hello, and then we have a regular laugh. Chat, I promised you guys, like, months ago that we would have all brand new emotes. And we do. So, if you guys are subbed and you guys are in the Discord, you guys should be able to now use these everywhere. Even if they're animated and you don't have Nitro, they should still work. They'll just be static. Because I still use my dancing emote everywhere. I have to go and reset it because you know how, like, if you use things frequently enough, it shows up in your, like, most used emotes and stuff. Chat, my dance emote isn't there anymore because I replaced it. There is also a giant sticker version in Discord too, so you guys can also use that. It's super cute. It's definitely a very useful emote, even just from the fact that I use it all the time. So yay! Chat, new emotes! I'm so excited! Chat, even if you guys aren't subbed, you guys got some fun new follower ones too. Yay! At chat, we're making 6 more. There should be an angry one, a yes, a no, the chat bat one, and there should be 2 more. I can't remember what the other 2 are. But there's, like, a whole bunch more emotes. I just couldn't get them animated in time. And for some reason, they were coming out funky when I was sending them to other people to see if we can animate them. So I think I might just, throw them into Photoshop and just work from there. Hi, Astro! Chat, everyone has to go and give Astro a whole bunch of stuff off of Throne. Chat, it was Astro's birthday yesterday. Chat, this is the whole reason why any of this is working. It's because of Astro. Oh man, everyone all has to go. And go buy a whole bunch of presents for Astro for her birthday. Oh man, what a terrible time. Oh man, chat, instead of giving me subs, everyone go and give presents to Astro. What do you mean, wait? I still have to go and get you a present in real talk. I was a mess yesterday. Chat, after we're done with all this debut things, I'm gonna be having like a fucking hour-long story time of me being stuck at the Charlotte fucking airport. No, do not sub here. No, wait, where's your throne? Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait, hold on, because I keep getting emailed about it. Wait! Ah! How do I access that, chat? How do you access who people you have saved is? Chat, how do you do that? Wait, activity? Aha! Oh, wait! Chat. Oh no, what? Everyone has to go and give gifts to Astro. Oh man, what a horrible time. Oh no, chat. Oh no, what? Chat, everyone go give gifts to Astro. This is still, excuse me, the funniest joke that we've ever done is just go and sub to Cap'n, just... No, I turned down the hype trains, fortunately. Because the problem was my hype trains were going off if too many people were talking at once. I had to turn it down. So it would just be, someone would give 1 sub, and then we would have 2 fucking messages in chat, and then all of a sudden we'd have a hype train, and I was like, why did we have a hype train? Twitch is a working website. Oh, man. So, chat, there's all the emotes. They're super cute. I really like them. I hope you guys enjoy them, too. I'm sure over time, I'm probably gonna put more. We can't even hype. Twitch is just trying to force you guys to put more money in and stuff, which I kind of get from, like, a platform perspective. But man, it got real annoying if we had, like, 3 or 4 hype trains in a single stream. I got, like, 1 sub, and I was like, why do we have another hype train? And it's just at 0%. And it's just like, ooh, hype train. I'm like, why is there a hype train? Oh, boy. Alright, so chat. Then, I also redid all the theming and stuff. So, not only is all of, like, the banners and profile pictures and everything all done, we have a new offline screen. There's new little panels at the bottom, so those are all set. We got a new little ending thing for, like, YouTube and stuff. I don't think we use those anymore, but... they really like the hype trains and want more. I think it would be different if I did something for the hype trains, but I have not. I have not whatsoever. I don't even know what the hell you're supposed to do during them, so I just kind of sit here and I'm like, hey, thanks everybody, I really appreciate it. Like, what a weird thing. Hey, thanks for hyping, and thanks for giving more money to Twitch. Much appreciated. I think it's funny when some people have, like, the trains and stuff, like, specifically for the train, but we don't have any trains! What am I supposed to do? Do I just, like, put a little magical train at the bottom? Like, I don't know. That's a whole yeah, I'm supposed to hype. Hey, guys, give more money to Twitch! Twitch is a dying website. OpenTTD meant nothing. Man, fuck OpenTTD! Okay? I'd rather go back, and I'd rather go and play actual Train Simulator than playing OpenTTD. Every fucking time I built the goddamn train, they'd be like, oh, I don't want your goods anymore. Fuck that game! Never again. I've already told Cap and I'm never playing it again. Sorry. No, Lux already single-handedly did. I think we're fine. But I'd rather do more OpenTTD or Satisfactory. I think neither of them. I think I'd rather just quit streaming. Where I hid the food! No, that one was Cap'n! Cap'n had like 1,000 tons of food. Just squirreled away in a warehouse. Not going anywhere. It was just hanging out. That one wasn't me. I was trying to send goods everywhere, and every time I set up for a fucking airport, or a train station, or a bus station, they'd be like, yeah, I don't want goods anymore. As the fucking car is on the way there. Man, fuck that game. Anyway, chat, we got new theming. It's all sewing themed. I think it's super cute. I went through and I designed all of these. I didn't do the art. That's my digital artist, who did all of the other stuff from all the previous times, too. But everything is now updated. I'm very excited. Chat, I think it looks really good. I know nobody else ever pays attention to this except for, like, me. But now everything is cohesive. Everything looks good. I'm excited. I'm very happy with it. So, if you notice, too, there's also some new alerts. Chat, I did all of these. I think they're super cute. They're just simple. They just show up in the corner. I really like the gift sub one, because it's like, there's a whole bunch of new buttons and stuff. You have to put down the train signals. Cap'n and I are streaming on the, I think it's the 16th. That should be on Monday. And, I don't think you guys are gonna be ready for that one. I don't think you guys will be ready for that one. But then the Raiders, I thought it was really cute because I put, like, a whole bunch of pins all falling. So, like, all of you guys are little pins and stuff. Chat, I just thought it was really cute. Chat, we just have all these new alerts. I hand animated and moved all of these very slowly. So I hope you guys appreciate them. Now they all match. They're all the correct colors and stuff like that. Oh, this is where I was supposed to talk about the room. Fuck. I knew I put it in here. I just couldn't remember where. Chat, here's another view of the room without me in the middle of it. Chat, doesn't it look good? I am very professional. I know what I'm doing. At all times. I swear I do. I just think that this is gonna be really good as, like, a background in general, too. I'm half tempted to make this, like, my actual desktop background, but then I was also like, I feel like I'm gonna get sick of it. And I don't want to get sick of it, because then that means I'm gonna redo it. And I don't want to do that, because then I'm just gonna keep redrawing it over and over again. And I won't be happy with that at all. And I'm just gonna keep redrawing the same thing over and over. And instead of changing out the art every month, it's just gonna be me going, hey guys, I changed the room again. And it's just... It's just like I changed out, like, the wood planks or something, and everyone's like, why'd you do that? Like, because I thought it looked better. And no one will care except for me. So I'm trying to save myself the pain. So chat, here's everybody that worked on this entire time. So thank you, Astro, for the art. I really appreciate it. Snooze was the whole reason that all of this even started. So Snooze is the best. Snooze went around and was like messaging different people and was like, how can we get this done? So it's it was definitely a work of many, many people. And then Riley reached out to me when I was having problems trying to find somebody to get this to actually move. So thank you, Riley. I greatly appreciate it. Now, there is a couple of reactives. So the little itty bitty plush one is gonna be our reactive for Discord. Whoops, I hit the button. Whoops. Rip Kyuu. No, it's Q star now. It's still there, but it's a follower emote. So you may wonder why 5Q stepped in to help. I know. Because you may wonder why some of the names changed. It's because I actually uploaded all of the emotes, like, months ago. But the problem is that you cannot have the same emotes having the same names. So that's why, like, dance has an extra E at the end. Because we still had the dance emote, because I had to test and see and make sure that, like, all of this worked and stuff like that. So at some point, if I get really annoyed, I'll re-upload all the emotes with their correct names. But honestly, it kind of works as it is. Although that is gonna break the raid message. Oh my god. I was so woefully unprepared for all of this. Even with all these people's help, I still am so woefully unprepared for all of this. I'm the worst streamer ever. I'm so sorry, everybody. So I did the cabin art. I did the room art. My profile picture is by Kiri. If you guys are ever interested too, if you go down to the bottom in the credits section, I have links to every single person. So, if you guys are ever looking for art or things like that, or you're like, man, I really want one of those dancing emotes, and you guys could go and, do a dancing emote. Hi, Cap'n. So the assets are from Digital Artsy. I do pay for the little subscription for them. And, when I saw the little sewing suite, I was like, yes! Perfect! Amazing! So, chat, I hope you guys aren't gonna get sick of the buttons and the patches and the little everythings, the little threads and needles and pins and thimbles and, you know, threads and stuff. So I thought they're really cute. I thought it actually kind of like really fits well with this. So I'm very happy about it. And then the logo is by Serena Kupopo. I think they're really cute, as you can see. Actually, wait, it's behind me. There's different variations and colors. There's like a two-tone color. There's a red one. There's a black one, there's a white one. So I'm gonna be putting that on everything, chat, so don't worry. And, I did all of the art for all of the emotes, with the exception of the dance one, the high and the buy one, and then I did all the rotoscoping for all the ones that move. So, chat! This was a lot of fucking work! This was a lot of shit going on. There was a lot of stuff! So I hope it's at least close to everybody's expectations. And that it's at least a little fancy. And, chat, I redid all the scenes, too. So now we've got the chatting one over here. So that I'll always have the room in the background. I think I may switch the text boxes, but I'm not sure. They were rock bottom, thanks. It's the lipstick? Is it really? Oh yeah, I guess it isn't on there. I guess it isn't. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, I decided to put on lipstick today, it's fine. I just decided I was gonna put some on. Listen, sometimes people wear makeup. We've got a whole new little thing for sewing over here, too. Chat, look! And see, then I'll be over here, and Riley made the little sewing machine asset, too. So I think I'm actually gonna have to put that down a little bit, too. But, we'll have our sewing streams over here. We got drawing over here. Yeah, I know it looks similar, but I changed out some of the different stuff. So chat, whenever we have drawing streams again, they're not frequent, but we'll have a whole layout for them. And then chat, if you remember, a long time ago, I had talked about how everyone should have an emergency screen. And chat, I have updated it. It is no longer the cat, but if something happens in game or something like that, it should cycle through a whole bunch of the stuff that I've made. We don't see this very frequently or very often at all. Like, I think I've maybe used it like once or twice out of my entire career. But I was like, I gotta update all of it, chat. So see, now we get pictures of everybody. Chat, it's everybody that I've made. And it'll just keep cycling. So now instead of the cat, now you guys get to see some of the stuff that I made. Yeah, one time. I think we've only used it like, I think twice. I think once was Minecraft, the other time was Left 4 Dead. I think that was the only time. Chat! And see, I don't move. It like turns off literally everything. It's just static. There's no game. There's no Discord. No nothing like that. It's just us and the emergency screen. And I'm like, ooh, guys, look, shiny. Oh man, look at all the stuff I made while I'm fixing everything. Chat, 10 out of 10. I have been sitting on this for like a year, so I'm very excited to finally get to show you guys all the stuff that I've been working on. I've been working on so much behind the scenes. It has been an absolute time and a half. So I really do appreciate everybody that was helping me with literally everything this entire time. Because if it wasn't for like Snooze, Astro, Riley, paying for like different artists and stuff like Kyuu and Lyric Kiwi and stuff like that, this never would have happened. And then everybody else that I reached out to, like Pyrrha or Mousy especially, and being like, I don't know how the hell to do any of this. If it wasn't for them, I don't know how this would have gone. Oh wait, chat! We could go here! Chat, we could go here! Chat, I can stand in my room! Chat, look, we could stand here with everybody in the background! Chat, I forgot to hit record. I haven't been recording this whole fucking time. I fucking... Chat, I never hit record. Ah! Never hit record. Hold on, this one? I never hit record. I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. Yeah, we'll do the debut again. What was this, 2 hours? I could do this again for another 2 hours. Oh my god, I'll just download it later and then just cut it up. I'm fucking idiot. Chat, I gotta get used to, like, how to do all of these expressions and shit, too, which is gonna be even worse. So there's gonna be times where I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I had to deliver this really sad news, and this is a horrible time. And guys, I was so sad, and I can't believe this, and I can't believe it. Have you guys ever seen those jokes where people are like, oh man, I have to do my 4-part apology video, but then they accidentally do the, you know, like the, hey, thanks for subbing. And it just ruins the expression. Like, wait, do I? Yeah, I think it's the cry one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it did work. Okay. Chat, I figured it out. It's the crying expression. That's what number 2 is. See, chat, I could be crying at the same time. It is definitely a time, and I don't know how the fuck to do it. Apparently this is gonna be animated. I don't know when the hell that's gonna be done. There's still too many things that need doing. I just want to finish the rest of the emotes. I need to... There's like 3 more toggles that need fixed. Cry harder? Okay, cry... there you go. Well, because I also have it set to Control-Shift-2. So I'm hoping that doesn't fuck up anything when we're doing, like, games and stuff like that. Hi, Otter! Oh, that was not right. Wait, I was gonna do that one. Instead, I just made myself mad. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna use those very frequently, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think I will. I feel like that's gonna be a very infrequent cue. I feel like I'm gonna do really bad doing that. So, chat! Now that the debut is over, quote unquote, chat, I got a bitch! Chat, we're going back to regularly scheduled content. I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 fucking hours. I was only supposed to be there for 3 hours. Chat, I can finally talk about my lovely trip. Some friends of mine got married over in the United Kingdom, and I didn't want to tell you guys, because, like, oh boy, Ruff doesn't even begin to cover it. We went over there because they're friends of mine and Critters. We've known them for about 15 years. It's been a very long time coming. 2 of them got married. Like, 6 of us all came in from the gaming group to come and visit, help celebrate the wedding. Which, can I bitch as well? Yeah, that's why I was suddenly on your time zone. Well, because I knew that, like, there's a lot of, like, our community over there. And I would have been like, yeah, come over and come say hi. That would have been fine. You know, I would have come to hang out with you guys. But I was also there for their wedding. And I was like, that'd be kind of rude if I'm just like, hey... Thanks for inviting me to your 14 fucking hour wedding. But one of my fans showed up, who I've been talking to for like 2 years. I want to go say hi to him, and I just leave the wedding and then I have to go talk to you guys. I was like, that might be a little weird. So, I didn't want you guys to get like this false hope of like, hey, I might go see Kyuu. Because for some of you guys, it's only like a hop, skipping away. Just go on the underground tunnel from like France over to the UK. So I didn't want any of you guys to like... I would totally do that. Well, see, I'd never been to, like, a UK wedding. I've been to, like, a Catholic wedding. I've been to, like, fancy outdoor weddings. I've done courthouse weddings. I drove over for Mousie's wedding. I've been to tons of them. I'd never been to a UK one, and they were like, well, just plan for the entire day. Chat! It was 14 goddamn hours for this fucking wedding. First off, I was dead fucking tired because I came in 2 days before it on an overnight flight, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sleep. I did not sleep. We started, what was actually better too, is that was actually the shortened version. Because sometimes, in the UK, there's a whole ceremony for signing the fucking paper, too. Which adds like another 2 hours. Thankfully, they did that 3 days beforehand. Thankfully. But still, we got there, we had ceremony, reception. Do I still have it? Hold on, if I could give you guys the entire itinerary. When I saw it, when the bride sent me it, I was like, are you fucking joking? I was like, I didn't see any of this. I didn't know it could be that long. I didn't know. Okay, so at 1 o'clock was the ceremony. 1:30 was confetti. 1:45 was drinks reception. What's 1400 hours? That's 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock was the wedding breakfast. Now, that's supposed to be in the morning. Yeah, is it 2 p.m.? Oh, is it 2 p.m.? Yeah, I'm wrong. So at 2 p.m. was the wedding breakfast. Okay. Now, that's supposed to be in the morning after the paper is signed, so that would have been before the ceremony. So thankfully that got moved. So instead of us having a lunch, just subtract 12 to get the time. You're doing way too much for me. I can't do minus 12. Wait, minus 12? Isn't that 4? Wait. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is 4! So at 4 o'clock was wedding breakfast? Wait. Yeah, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. 1400 is 2? No, 1600. Okay, so at 13:45 was drinks reception. At 1600 was wedding breakfast. Sorry, did I say 14? It's 16. So we stood around at like this little top of the bar part, and the Scot and the Australian kept playing gay chicken with each other with like a whole bunch of the hors d'oeuvres. Then we had speeches at 6 p.m., cake cutting at about, what is it, 19:15? So what is that, 8? And then we had first dance at 8 proper. Then we had evening food at 21:30. And then at 12 o'clock midnight was the late night bar. So I was dead tired. But I will say this, the wedding was actually more fun than I've ever been to any American wedding. But holy shit was it long. And by the time it was like 11:30 at night, I was like, I cannot do the drinks. I went back to my room. I was like, I cannot. My feet were on fire. Halfway through, I changed out from my flats to my regular shoes. Yeah, a proper actual wedding. Most American ones, and I was telling them about this, because they didn't believe me. I was like, most of the time, you show up at 4 o'clock, and you have to wait until it's socially acceptable 3 hours later for once they cut the cake to be like, no, I'm out. See ya. Like, the second that the cake gets brought out, you start leaving. If you don't drink. Like, you don't stay the entire time. So I was, like, not expecting this, so I was already like, holy shit. So we got to go and do some touristy stuff. That was fun. We got to figure out how to take all the trains. I got to see Snooze for the first time in 10 years. That lovely son of a bitch. He, everyone showed up so much later. I know, that was the worst part, too, was they were all, like, waking up at 6 a.m. to go and like, do everything. 10 a.m. to 7. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. Oh, man. Yeah, it was, like, 6 a.m. they were all getting up to go do, like, hair and makeup and stuff like that. And I was like, thank god I'm not in this wedding party. I was supposed to be in one wedding party, and they told me what time it was supposed to be, and I was like, I don't know if I'd be able to drive over there in time, so they kicked me out of the wedding party, and I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened in my life. I was like, I never. It's until 12 a.m. I mean, when I used to work parties, we would have some of them until, like, 2. But they wouldn't start until, like, 5 or 6. They wouldn't start that early. Which was always the nice thing. So, I have, like, a newfound respect for get in, get it done, get your food, get your cake, leave, type of thing. Till 4 a.m. Oh my god, no. No, I couldn't. But we went through the whole thing. We ran around London. We saw Snooze. It was very lovely to see him. Haven't seen him in about 10 years at this point. And he's a piece of shit. And chat, if you guys know Snooze, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think quite a few of you guys do. This piece of shit, I sent him a message and I said, hey, I'm over here. And he goes, where is that? And I'm like, okay, well, what are you next to? Because we met over at, like, the King's Cross area. I'd never been over there. I was like, hey, I'm on this. It says that the exit is on this street. I was like, where are you? And he goes, well, I'm, like, near a Five Guys. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I think you're at the wrong side. So we started walking. It was me, Critter, the Australian, and the Australian's girlfriend, trying to find him so we could go meet up at a pub. And we're walking down the street, and there's like 30 to 40 people like all around us, because it's like a pretty major, you know, hub for like a lot of the trains and stuff. So it's always very crowded. We had gone there like already once before trying to hit up like the Harry Potter stuff because a friend of mine is really into it, so I wanted to go get a picture for her. There was so many fucking people. I was like, this is not happening. I was like, I'm so sorry, Beck. I'm not getting you a picture of this. I was like, I'm not waiting for 3 hours just to look at a fucking sign that says 9 3/4. I was like, I'm not doing any of this. So, walking down the street, trying to see where this fucking Five Guys is, when all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, they ended up in the right cities where they were. It was, like, not confusing. It was just more confusing in the fact that there's just so many fucking people. There's just always people everywhere. Everywhere we went. Running around Paddington, there's people. Kensington, there's people. Hopping off on Baker Street, there's people. There's just so many fucking people all trying to get on these fucking trains and stuff, and then I'm just standing there like a fucking tourist. I also had the same woman come up to me 5 times and try to offer me a rose scam. The same fucking woman! For 3 days, chat! The same goddamn woman! Oh, I also got food poisoning the second day I was there. Do not go and get peri-peri chicken from a steakhouse in London. I won't say where, but don't get peri-peri chicken from a steakhouse. I was so sick for 24 hours. I could not leave the room. It was that bad. Everybody else went off without me. I was like, just go. Just leave. I was like, just leave me behind. One of them brought me back an entire bottle of Pepto-Bismol, but it was like the British brand. No, did not get pickpocketed. I was very smart about that, and I was like, we are not carrying anything that we do not need to. So I only carried 2 cards and my passport. And they were, like, always in a pocket that was in my front. And that was it. So none of us got pickpocketed because it's not as bad as Chicago, I guess is what I'll say. But yeah, got scammed by that one. You know, where they do the whole, here's a rose for you, and then they're like, okay, well now you have to pay for it. She did it to me 5 times. Hi, Corpse. It is a big hat, isn't it? How was your stream? Yeah, that would have been the trifecta. But no, we, I got, and I counted after a while, too. I was like, Jesus Christ, the same woman has come up to me 5 times. And I was telling my friends, and they're like, you gotta kind of have this aura about you. And the one turned to me and he's like, I don't think I've been scammed in London in the past, like, 15 years. He's like, how did this happen? And then somebody came up to Critter and was like, hey, can you tell me where this hotel is? And he was like, oh, I think it's over there. And he's like, well, could you pull out your phone and show me? And he was like, no, buddy, I'm pretty sure it's right over there. And he got mad and he walked off. And everyone's like, how does this happen to you two? I was like, I don't know. 5 to 6 hours long is way too long. I could not. My feet were burning. I don't know. I really don't know. This same woman came up to me several fucking times. 5 times to offer me this goddamn rose. And every time I was like, no, thank you. No. By the 4th time, I literally looked at her and I went, 4. And then the 5th time, I looked at her and I said, number 5, and she walked away. And I was like, I fucking hate this bitch. Like, get your bag, I get it, but what the fuck? Leave me alone. That is spot America's Sparrow. So anyway, it was a whole thing. I took tons of pictures. Next week, I'm gonna take all the stuff off my phone because I was more worried about this. I took some pictures with Chatbat so you guys could see, like, everywhere that we went. It was really cool. We stayed in, like, one of the old buildings from, like, the 1300s because America could never. It was super cool to, like, see all of the original, like, building structure and everything. Like, we don't have any of that here, obviously, so. Well, don't visit London unless you have, like, a resting bitch face. Don't. Like, the UK, everywhere else that we were was fine. Because, like, the actual wedding wasn't in London. I can tell you where you got your shoes. Oh my god. See, and I tried to explain to them is like, especially in Cleveland, like if you went up to someone and tried to do that, you would get the shit beat out of you. Doesn't matter who it was. Somebody's gonna fucking pop you in the face. So after a while, there was the one guy who used to harass me. He left, so I paid him. Actually, that is a good one. The one guy actually came up and he was harassing me and he always kept asking me for $1. And after a while, he grabbed a crutch and he would just like walk up and down the street with this one single crutch that he found, I'm assuming in the garbage or something, because it looked like it had been through hell. And then he would go up and he would go up to people and he's like, you can't hit me, I'm crippled. I wonder how many times he got hit before he thought, and he was like, ooh, I could really game the system. So it was even weirder because, like, you're not going to see people just, like, brawling in the middle of London unless they're, like, people drinking or it's in the middle of the night or something like that. This was, like, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was not about to turn around and punch this woman in the face and be like, don't offer me a rose, bitch. So I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking let it go. So I got pictures for next week. It was super cool going around. I really liked it. A lot of historical stuff. Took a lot of pictures and stuff. We went to many pubs. Ate a lot of really good food. Except for the peri-peri chicken that made me really, really sick. But we got some, like, Moroccan food. We found a really cool Korean restaurant in Paddington the night before we left, which was really cool. We had some, like, instead of fish and chips, because I don't really eat a lot of white fish, I had halloumi. Like, breaded halloumi. Oh, it was so good. I love halloumi. It was such a good time. I mean, who the hell is this? Fuck off, Minecraft. They do brawl in the pubs. They don't brawl in the middle of London. So, we finally go to come home. And I booked everything for myself and Critter because Critter's never been on airplanes before. So, the whole first leg of the journey was trying to get him kind of acclimated to it. Because let's face it, it's European food. It wasn't as bad. All of the wedding food was really good. It was really tasty. Oh, we had like... I had like this delicious goat cheese and mushroom tortellini pasta. Oh my god. I want to try and figure out how to make this. Because it had like the thick actual like homemade pasta noodles instead of like the crummy thin stuff that I hate. Oh man, it was so good. Man, it was such a good time. But anyway, so I woke up at what for my body would have been 2 o'clock in the morning, which was about, what would that be? 7 a.m. UK time. Now, chat, this is going to be very important. Remember that I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, my body time, okay? So that would have been 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Remember that. This is very important. Chat, we go through, I get breakfast. She's saying England's my city. I'd say London is. It was actually really easy to get around London. Just don't carry anything. That's all it is, because it's a normal city. Don't carry a purse, don't carry anything like that. Just don't carry stupid shit. Just be smart. But go and get breakfast about 7:30, 8 a.m. I do like a quick like rinse down in the sink because I'm like, I'm gonna be sitting in this plane and I should be home by 6 p.m. I'm just gonna take a shower at home. It's gonna be great. Get on the plane. Going from London to Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Now, that one was not bad. I sat there, I turned on, because they had, like, the in-flight movies, and they were like, hey, we're sorry, but there's no Wi-Fi on this plane. And this was, like, a 9-hour departure thing, and I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like, okay, fine. So I used their in-flight, like, kind of, like, thing in the back of the seat rest, and I just watched the Great British Bake Off, because I didn't want to be sat there fucking pissed off trying to find something to watch. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to catch up on some of my videos. I was going to do this. Yes, keep my luxury Labubu collection. My 24 karat gold Labubu. So I just put it on. I think around episode 2, I accidentally took a nap. But it was only for, like, that episode. So I think it was only about an hour. So chat, at about this point, I'd had probably about 5 hours of actual sleep. Plus this 1 hour nap. Okay, so remember, I've had 6 hours of sleep. Been up since 2. Okay. Get off the plane. Get all of my stuff. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why the US does this. Why did I not sleep? Because I don't sleep very well in new places. And we were in 4 different hotels in the entire week. Because we flew in, had to stay in a hotel, went to a different part for all of, like, the touristy stuff, different hotel. Went to the wedding, different hotel, because it's 2 hours away from London. Then left from the accommodations attached to the wedding venue, back to London for spot number 4, okay? Now just hold on, because there's a spot number 5 coming up, too. Anyway, so we get off. For some reason, we have to go back through customs anyway. So we have to grab all of our bags. They don't directly send it from London to the airport where I am. You have to go from London to Charlotte, pick up all your stuff, and then throw it back through for them to check it again. Don't know why. Now, when you're going the other way, when you're going from where I am to London, you just give them the bag and they don't care going into Britain. Apparently the US is like, no, we gotta check this again. So I took my bag off of the turnstile, didn't know I had to do this, walked 2 feet over, and some guy is standing there. Hi, AJ. So some guy is standing there, right? And he takes my bag, pulls it under one of those, like, ropes, you know, that kind of corral people around, and goes, all right, fair dues, and then put the bag through. So I had to go through this whole process to go and grab my bag, walk 2 feet, hand it to someone else, before I could continue on my journey to go and talk to all of them over at customs. Now, mind you, I'm also freaking out because, chat, if you remember, last November, December, I had to get a new passport. Because, remember, my passport had the fucking gender marker of X on it. And this goddamn motherfucking presidential bullshit decided that we should remove that. So I had to go and pay $200 and go and get my passport fixed. Now, they have started where if you're going through the UK... even if you're just stopping over, you have to have a visa, but it's good for a couple of years. Now, remember, I started setting all this stuff up approximately a year ago now today. So chat, my old passport with that visa had an X on it for the gender marker. So chat, I had to pay another $20 fucking to the UK goddamn government to go and get another visa, but with an F marker on it. So here I am panicking because they're all asking me, and they're like, why do you have 2 visas? Mind you, I don't know how, but 3 times I set off the sensors all in a different way. But the one I was watching, everybody else was also having their crotch go off, so I don't know what the hell was wrong with that particular sensor, but like 6 people all got pat down in that one. So I know that it wasn't that. The bureaucracy. So I got pat down there. The one bag got pulled in another one and I had to stand there. And then the other one, my purse got pinged. And then another one, on that final fucking morning, trying to go back through, my shoes got pinged. And I was like, Did they AI this? Like, are they not actually checking this anymore? Are they just going based off of just vibes now at this point? Because every single time something else went off. Also, the drug-sniffing dog, while we were transferring from London to Charlotte, came up and was sniffing our stuff because I stole the breakfast that we had this morning. They had these little teeny tiny, like, you know, like the fancy Mammon jams, you know, like the little itty bitty tiny ones, like the really fancy French stuff. Oh my god, I stole one of them. Because it had like this raspberry jam. Oh my god, it tasted so fucking good. So I took it and I brought it back. And so the little drug-sniffing beagle came over and he's like scratching at my bag. And he was like, so what's in here? And I'm like, there's food in here. And he's like, oh. Oh. Yeah, that's true. They have to pay to have a TV. That's true. They do have TV licenses. But I had to pay $20 twice because of my fucking gender, so that was great. So I kept getting stopped about that. So I go through customs. I'm like, okay, well, at least that's all set. Check my bags, pull everything out of the black bag. They were like, okay, there's just food in here. I'm like, I could have told you that. The dog was so excited for these raspberry preserves. I was like, damn it. It's just this little tiny, like, 2-ounce little fucking glass jam jar of, like, raspberry preserves. And the beagle comes up to it. I'm like, damn it. And he starts scratching. I'm like, fuck. I was like, well, at least he's cute. I'll forgive him. So, sit down at the gate. Critter and I, at this point, it's about... So it was 9 hours. I want to say it was probably about 6 o'clock at night, which means that I had been up from 2 a.m. until 6 p.m. Okay? So I'm tired. I'm real tired. Now, I had gotten a call the day before from the airline because, chat, remember, I can't eat a lot of stuff. So I had to put in for a specialty meal. I said, can I please have a bland meal? I get a call the day before, we're supposed to take off, and they go, yeah, there was a problem with the catering, we're not exactly sure what's going on, but you're likely not gonna have food. So chat, I didn't eat for those 9 hours on the fucking plane from London to goddamn Charlotte. The poor stewardess felt so bad, she starts pulling snacks out of her bag, and we're reading all of them. Because God forbid... What do you mean no food? They didn't have any of the fucking ingredients on any of the food. They had pasta, they had chicken, and they had a vegetarian meal. And that was all they had. They had no other accommodations. So I couldn't eat anything. So I had a chocolate bar that she pulled from her purse. And I had 2 brownies. And 2 bottles of water. That's all that I could have. That entire 9 hours. So I was starving. So we went to the Charlotte airport and I got some shitty fucking airport pizza and I fucking scarfed that down. Because I couldn't have anything else. The crackers had rosemary oil in it. I didn't know what the fuck was in the chicken. We were looking at the vegetarian meal and Critter looks at it and he goes, oh, well, there's dressing all over it. I was like, great, so I definitely can't have that. And then they bring around a snack, and it's those little sandwiches, and she looks at me and she goes, I'm so sorry. She's like, I can't even give you this cheese sandwich because they put mayonnaise on it. They had a cheese sandwich and a turkey sandwich, and both of them had mayonnaise all over it. The pizza did kill me, but it killed me later. Don't worry, I'll get to that. Don't worry, I'll get to that. So, I just scarfed down a piece of pizza. Because my other options were to spend, like, $1,000 at, like, Panera, or to wander back through the airport to go somewhere else. Yeah, mayo with cheese. Explain that one to me. It was so disgusting. I looked at it and I was like, there's absolutely no way I would even eat that, even if I could eat mayonnaise. Like, that sounds gross. So, the Charlotte airport, for those of you guys that have never been over there is no people mover. Now, when you go to Atlanta, it's giant, but there's a bus. There's an actual people mover that'll take you from each gate that you need to. There is not one at Charlotte. So you walk in, and you have to walk all the way to the other end of the fucking airport. And there's signs everywhere that's like, Gate E, 20 minutes. 20 fucking minutes to go across this goddamn airport. So I went, by the time that I get over here, because it's a 3-hour layover, I said I might as well just eat the pizza because my leg was on fire. Chat, remember, I had tendinitis the year before. So my leg is hurting from not only walking around London, but carrying all of this fucking luggage and shit, walking through all these goddamn airports, having to grab my bag and take it 2 feet to take it to somebody else. So I'm ticked. So I'm like, I'm not going to be able to walk all the way over there. I was like, this pizza place is the closest thing. Because Critter was sad because when we went on the way over there, I was like, oh, we should have Bojangles. I couldn't walk up the stairs to go get Bojangles. I was like, I have to get this pizza. I was like, I'm sorry, we need to go get pizza. I was like, I cannot. I was like, you could go upstairs if you want. I was like, that's a 15-minute walk. He's like, I'm not walking the 15 minutes for Bojangles. Which is just a southern, like, chicken and biscuit place, for those of you guys not familiar. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat the pizza. So, I ate 1 whole piece. Critter got an extra one, just in case, because he was like, I wasn't sure if you were still hungry. I scarfed all of that down, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I owe you some more money for this piece of pizza that I just stole from you. He's like, no, it's okay, the stromboli was big. So I ate the stromboli. I ate 2 pieces of pizza. I was so fucking tired. We go to sit down at the fucking thing. At this point, it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay? I'm tired. I'm so outrageously tired. I just want to go home. When they come on the intercom and they go, okay, your flight is going to be delayed to airport from Charlotte because there isn't currently a pilot. And all of us sitting here in the gate, there's like approximately 50 of us, all kind of exchanged looks, and we're like, what the fuck? So we're sitting, and we're like, okay, it's just a quick delay. It shouldn't be that bad. I planned for this where I was like, okay, I want like at least 3 hours in between each flight, just so we have like a little bit of leeway. It should be okay. No fucking pilot. 40 minutes goes past, and they keep going, yeah, we're still looking for a pilot. We're still looking for staff. We're still looking for this. So 40 minutes have passed. We're supposed to be boarding in 5. When all of a sudden, they go, okay, we have a pilot. We're about to start boarding. We're very sorry for the delay. However, we're gonna call 6 people's names, and I need all of you guys to come up and talk to us at the front counter. Chat, guess whose name gets called? It's mine. So I put down all my stuff. I'm like... I'm like, Critter, can you please watch my stuff? I'm gonna go over here and go figure out what's going on. Now remember, chat, I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm very tired. My name just got called. I can't walk. So I hobble over to the desk. When they go, I'm very sorry, but we spoke to the pilot, and there's not going to be enough fuel to take everybody over to this airport. Okay. I don't know what the hell that means. And so I go up and I ask, and I'm like, so what does this mean exactly? What does that mean for all of us? And she goes, well, take your reading to Bob Iran is so feral. I go, well, I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. So I go over and I tell Critter, because our tickets are together. Half of our stuff is in each other's bags because I had more space, he didn't. We were trying to pack together because, like, we live together. It's so much easier. So we've got medications together so that when we're going through TSA, we can just pull out the whole one bag. We can't be separated, okay? We physically cannot. That's not how that's going to work. So I go over and I tell him, and I'm like, okay, well now they're saying that they might not be able to fit everybody, and they're gonna try and talk to the pilot and figure it out, run some simulations, and go from there. And he's ticked. And I'm like, I get it, but we're just gonna have to sit and wait. Okay? Then the pilot comes out. And the pilot is pissed. I finally see him for the first time. They pulled him from a flight going to Florida to come to rinky-dink fucking ass goddamn fucking Ohio. So he's ticked. Okay? So this motherfucker goes, okay, I can only take 40 people. Remember, chat, I said there was about 50 of us. And they go, whenever it was that you checked in for your flight is when you got pulled. Remember, chat, they called my name. I go over to the thing, and I'm trying to explain to them, and I'm like, so what is it that we need to do? And she goes, well, the best case scenario is that he reruns everything, he looks at the weight distribution, he figures out how much there is on the plane versus how many people, and then you're able to go. He's like, but as of right now, it's looking like only 40 people. Remember the number 40. And remember, I've been up since 2 a.m. at this point. And I'm like, okay, I understand. She goes, now, if you volunteer to be off the plane, I can reschedule you for the morning. I will get you a hotel. I can give you a meal voucher. And I will give you a voucher. Volunteer to kick your ass. I'm so tired at this point. This is fucking Tuesday night. And I'm like, I have to set up for this debut. I'm not gonna make it. I'm so ticked at this point. And she goes, I will also give you a voucher. She says, but if you volunteer, I don't know how much it'll be. It's just whatever I can guess for. She's like, however, if I have to call corporate, if you don't volunteer, I don't know how much you'll get. But if you volunteer, I'll give you a $200 voucher. And at this point, I'm so tired. I go, I don't even want to fight this anymore. Because we've been fighting now for about an hour. They're still trying to board people on the plane. We are now an hour and 40 minutes past when we were supposed to leave. And I'm like, I don't feel like fighting you. Meanwhile, Critter comes up. And they're trying to count, and they're like, why do we have one extra? And as it turns out, they only pulled me and not Critter. We checked in together! We checked in at the same fucking time! But apparently, I checked in slightly after him by 2 minutes that they only pulled me. I don't get it. I still don't understand. And I go, we cannot be separated. There is medical stuff in between the two of us. I'm like, I do not drive. You are not taking me away from the one person who will save me in this godforsaken city who could drive to me to this fucking hotel that you were giving me. And she goes, well, I might be able to get you a shuttle. I said, can you guarantee that? Because if that's the case, he is coming with me. We are a package deal. You cannot just pull us apart. Meanwhile, they try to pull apart this woman and her husband. The woman is in a wheelchair. And they're arguing with her that only he's allowed on the flight. Because of the weight distribution. So we're all just ticked off at this point. Hi, Riley! Hi on your 10-minute break. Welcome to me. I was stuck in, fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. I couldn't get out. Oh my god. So no, they had like a bus shuttle, which was kind of nice, but mind you, they have now boarded everyone from groups 1 to 9. They have pulled us aside. Remember, chat, an hour and 40 minutes have passed at this point. Hi, Ock. An hour and 40 minutes. When chat, all of a sudden, we see everyone taken off the plane. Because as it turned out, during that hour and 40 minutes, they realized that they needed some people, some of the mechanics, to go and take a look at the plane because there was potentially going to be a problem with it. While they were sitting there, waiting for the mechanics to come and check it out, they turned on the plane. One of the engines doesn't turn on. So they kick everyone off the plane, who they had already boarded, who is now ticked and pissed off. Meanwhile, I'm asking and I'm going, so wait, remember that checked bag that I walked 2 feet? I went, so what happens to my bag? And the woman goes, oh, we'll send it to the airport for you and they'll hold it for you overnight. So I go, cool, I'm not gonna have my bag. Meanwhile, they are forcing people to check more bags. Some of those people pissed off because they have medication in there. And I go, man, I'm so smart that I threw all this in my purse. Meanwhile, there's this poor woman who kept fighting with them, who spoke no English, and another passenger had to translate everything for her from Spanish. She apparently had insulin in the underside that they forced her to check because they didn't have enough space. Yeah, they can afford the weight to my bag, but not me. So then they start pulling, and they're like, okay, so out of these 10, we could fit 2 more, but they have to be people with no bags. So I'm ticked off. I'm even more pissed. So my bag is leaving without me to come back to the north. And I'm like, I fucking hate this. I hate all of this. I hate this so much. And all of a sudden, they go, okay, this plane's not gonna work anymore. Okay? So instead they go, everyone that's here at gate E7, we need to move you all to gate E49. 30 minutes away! I had to walk all the way down, and I'm looking at the woman and I'm like, but I was already volunteered, and she goes, no, 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 everyone go over there. If you got on the plane, if you didn't get on the plane, if you volunteered, every single one of you, leave, go over there right now. And we all booked it. We all just walked straight down. And we go all the way from this fucking E gate all the way to fucking 49, the farthest you could get. The last gate is E50. We go all the way to the very fucking end. The very goddamn end of this whole thing. And we're all standing there. And the next poor attendant is standing there going, I don't know what the hell's going on. I have to figure some stuff out. The pilot gets carted over from the original fucking gate, hops onto one of the little things. We could see him outside through the windows being chugged all the way over. At this point, there is nobody left in the airport. At this point, it is about 10 o'clock at night, chat. And I am tired. They have kicked everyone off the plane. It is so late at this point. I'm so upset with everything that has happened. I am carting all of my stuff through this entire fucking airport, and then I sit down. And they go, we're hoping everyone can go, but none of your stuff will be there. We'll send it separate, but hopefully we should be able to take everyone. And maybe we'll be able to fit more gas into it. Pilot comes back up, and he goes, I'm gonna run some simulations. Which is something you never want to hear. Because then they keep counting, and they're like, okay, we have 49 people and 1 child. How much space do we have? Remember, chat, I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm tired. They finally finish running the simulation at about 11 o'clock at night. 11 fucking o'clock. And the woman very sadly goes, who was it that volunteered earlier? And so all of us that volunteered, quote unquote, who got pulled, who have now been turned into volunteers, now all stand over at the side. And she goes, I'm gonna go ahead and start rebooking you guys for the morning because I don't think this is gonna work. Whereas the pilot comes back out. This is great entertainment. I didn't know that this could happen. I really didn't know that all of this could happen. So they go and try and put everyone back on the plane again, and they do the normal boardings again, and they go, okay, well now this time, after running the simulations, we can only take 39 now. So one poor kid who was on the plane, when they kicked everyone off, is now pissed off because he got the short end of the stick because the bitch who couldn't speak any English immediately ran onto the plane. Not that she was a bitch, but I mean, she needed to get her insulin and stuff, so she really wanted to get home. I get it. But she couldn't understand that she's blocking this poor kid who has now been standing here, who was on the plane. She just flew on. Everyone else is standing there like, I'm so sorry. She was like the last one to get on too, and he's just standing there like, bitch, I was on the plane. We could have talked about this. We could have done something. Meanwhile, the poor lady that's been translating this whole time is like, yeah, she just told me that she really needs to get home. And he's like, well, now you're just making me feel bad because now I'm trying to kill this woman because I just want to go home. So he's pissed off. Meanwhile, she is printing us some vouchers at this point. She goes, I have now rescheduled all of you guys for the morning. Okay. Great. However, then they go, as she's printing this out, the pilot comes back out. And he goes, I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it because there's fog. The visibility is about a foot, which is a little bit less than 1/3 of a meter. Meanwhile, he doesn't say this to anyone that's already sitting on the plane. He says this to the woman that I'm standing in front of. And I'm like... It's on the plane, off the plane, no pilot. Pilot's here, pilot's pissed off, pilot didn't want to go to Ohio, is now leaving from Florida, can't take everybody, not enough fuel, might have to instead divert to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. See, this wasn't even European. We were in North Carolina. We were in the States. I can't even blame this on anybody else. This was just this. He goes, I might just have to divert them over to Pittsburgh. Which is 3 hours away from the other airport. I wish I could blame Iran. It was the fucking pilot. He was a piece of shit. So he's arguing about it. Trying to argue with the lady in front of me. Meanwhile, she has already booked all of us for the morning. That's what I said. I was like, I just want to go to bed. At this point, it's about 12 o'clock by the time she prints all of this. It's 12 o'clock. Remember, I've now been up for 22 fucking hours! I have been up for 22 fucking hours at this point. I am tired. I can't walk. I'm gonna have to walk all the way back out of this fucking airport. All the way down through all the entirety of Gate E. All the way through the entirety of the regular airport. All the way back through fucking TSA. I'm gonna have to go through the fucking front doors and end up wherever the fuck this shuttle is. Which had to take me 30 fucking minutes to walk through the goddamn airport to get to the fucking shuttle in the first place. But that's still not even done with this story, okay? So she goes, you're really gonna have to try and go to Erie. She's like, all of these people are gonna be so pissed off. You really have to make sure that you're gonna go somewhere close. Even if you could go to, like, Buffalo or something like that. If you could go over here, and we're like... And I'm like, can I just have this hotel, please? Please, I would like to just go to bed. I was like, there is no hope. She's like, we might be able to take one more. I was like, I think there's no hope. I was like, please, can I just have this hotel? Okay, so chat. That's not even the end of it. Because then she starts printing more stuff, and she goes, I'm very sorry to all of you. She's like, I have a $12 meal voucher for all of you, so she starts printing those. And then she goes, corporate has gotten back to us, and each one of you, for volunteering, is going to be getting a voucher. Now hold on, remember the $12. Do you remember when they said they'd give us $200? Chat, because this was already 6 hours, they kept kicking people on and off the plane. The pilot is being such a bitch. We've been sitting here for 6 hours. They do give us a voucher for a hotel. They also give us a $1,000 voucher for any flight, good for the next year. Because of how bullshit this was. Now remember, chat, 39 people are on the plane. Remember those 39. I get my fucking thing. She explains to me how it is that I can get onto the shuttle, who I have to call, where I pick it up from, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like, I just want to sleep. At this point, it's about 12 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I was so tired. I was like, I have been up for almost 24 hours at this point. I just really want to sleep. I don't do well not sleeping. I did get the bus story, but hold on, it gets better. This isn't the end, chat. This is not the fucking end. You thought this was the end? This is not the end. This is why my debut was fucking mess. Chat, it's still not the end. Okay? Go on to the shuttle. How do I remember all this? Because I have a fucking god-awful memory, and I couldn't believe all of the shit that was happening. I was like, I have to write all this down. I have to remember this for the rest of my fucking life. Because nobody's gonna fucking believe me. Nobody's gonna fucking believe me. Meanwhile, we have made friends with the other people that have also been voluntold that they're not getting on this plane. They felt bad, and so they tried to hold the shuttle for me because they knew I couldn't walk. But they were like, no, 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 we have to go. By the time I get over there, I have to wait 40 minutes for the shuttle to come back from dropping them off at the fucking airport, because apparently this airport in Charlotte has a hotel that is a hotel airport thing that is nowhere near the fucking airport. That's why there's a shuttle. So 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to come back. I have to sit outside at 1 o'clock in the morning at this point by the time they get there. See, so you know how bad Charlotte is. I'm like, I'm gonna get to this hotel and I'm gonna pass out. I know that's what's gonna happen. I know that's what's gonna happen. So 40 minutes later, the shuttle finally comes back after dropping everybody else, who was kind enough to try and hold the shuttle. But remember, I can't walk. It's a layover often. I'm so sorry. Don't. Just don't. I will never fly to Charlotte ever again. I will go to Atlanta. I will deal with the bullshit that is Atlanta before I will ever go back to Charlotte, North Carolina ever in my fucking life. So finally get to the hotel. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Remember, chat, I have no clothes. All of the clothes that I have are dirty, and all of the other clothes that were clean are in the bottom of this fucking stupid airplane. Mind you, after she's printing out our tickets for the voucher is when that fucking airplane finally leaves. So they left at about 12 o'clock in the fucking night, okay? It's midnight. They're leaving. I'm hoping that's the last we'll see of them. I get into bed. All of their food at this fucking courtyard bullshit is fucking closed. I'm like, I don't even care anymore at this point. I fear Charlotte, North Carolina. Can I make that some merch? Can I make that some merch? I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours, and all I got was this shit shirt, and a voucher, and a shitty hotel room. I lay down. However, they go, okay, for the shuttle in the morning, you have to sign up for it. Milk will probably tell you about this, if you've ever stayed over there. The shuttle only carries 5 people at a time! Everybody else who went ahead of us already scheduled theirs. So chat, guess what fucking time I get? 6 fucking o'clock in the goddamn morning! The plane doesn't take off until 9:30. No, they have like this little teeny tiny fucking 6-seater bus so they can fit everybody's luggage in it. Which I guess makes sense. One of the Japanese. No, this is like a big standard, pretty big van. But the problem is because everyone's bringing luggage and stuff, they have to have stuff and like spaces for everyone. So we had to sign up by room number. So here's me and Critter. I'm like, okay, here's our room number. Sign us up for fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. So we wake up at 5:30. Throw together whatever fucking clothes we got. I just found whatever clothes smelled the least worst and put that back on. I didn't even want to shower because I was so tired. I just immediately went straight to bed. Critter was like, I'm gonna try and shower. I was like, Godspeed. I was already dead to the fucking world by the time he got out. I couldn't stand it. It was such a mess. So, get on the fucking shuttle to go over. I can carry more people, they can. Bumfuck Nowhere can carry more people. Apparently the Bumfuck Nowhere buses can take more people than the fucking airplane can. It can only take 39. So wake up in the morning, the guy that got kicked off, the woman who was translating for the Spanish lady, and the other couple are all sitting down there. And they're like, oh yeah, our bus is at 6:30 at 7. And I'm like, man, you guys must fucking be lucky as shit. So apparently none of them slept. And we didn't sleep. Meanwhile, Critter had downloaded the app for the airport. And I kept hearing it go off, and it kept waking me up all night. 4 or 5 pings. I just kept hearing bing, bing, bing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It just kept going off. And I'm like, yeah, an app for the actual, like, airport itself. Okay. And it's all, hey, your stuff has been rescheduled. Your stuff has been rescheduled to 2 a.m. It's been rescheduled to 4 a.m. It's been rescheduled to this. It's been rescheduled. It's been diverted. And I'm like, and we were talking about this in the morning, and we're like, yeah, we weren't sure if we were supposed to, like, get up, like, run to the airport, like, maybe they actually found something, you know, like, maybe we were supposed to go, and then we all just kind of collectively decided, no, we're just gonna wait for the 9:30. Not even worth it. So, chat. It's about 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock by the time that we get to the fucking airport. I go straight over to that little fucking Panera. It's just like they do like bagels and stuff for those of you that are foreign or don't have it as it's like a little chain if you don't have it where you are. So I go over, I grab a bottle of Pepsi because I'm so fucking tired. I haven't had pop in so long at this point. I get a bagel, I get some cream cheese, and I sit down. I used my meal voucher for it, and I was like, at least I got food, you know? So I was thinking about it, I was like, man, those people probably got in at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I walk over. Meanwhile, they have changed the gate to now an even further one, and I'm like, god damn it. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of glad that I got here like 3 hours beforehand, because it's gonna take me that long to fucking walk back to this gate. We meet up with our new friends. I know, pop. It's just pop. It's not Coke. Every single place has fucking Coke, and they're like, okay, if you ask for a pop, you're getting a Coke. I don't want a Coke. I want a fucking Pepsi. So we have talking to our new friends, and we're talking about all the pings that we get. And we were asking, we're like, why the fuck does it say it was at 4 o'clock in the morning? When there's a gentleman that's sitting 2 chairs down from us, chat. And he goes, oh, that's because I was on that flight. And we're like, what do you mean you were on that flight? And he goes, well, the problem was the fog was so bad that they flew from Charlotte, North Carolina to the airport, circled around it 3 times, determined that they couldn't land, and came back to Charlotte, North Carolina. They didn't even take them to a different, closer airport. They brought them 8 hours away by driving. They brought them back 8 hours away by car to Charlotte, North Carolina. They didn't go to Buffalo. That's why it kept redirecting. They kept trying to reset their arrival time. The app was trying to update every time. They waited for 4 hours to try and land. They brought them all back. I was with American, which I guess makes sense. It's not as bad as Spirit, but what the fuck? Oh my god. This guy, I'm assuming, had probably never flown this route before. Went, oh man, this is too scary of fog. I don't have this shit in Florida. Just took it back to the south. And I'm like, man, thank God I volunteered. Not only did I get $1,000 out of this, I got to actually sleep instead of sitting on the plane and then being pissed off when we're just circling and me just going, I have to go back to Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, hold on, chat. It gets better, too. Oh my god, I know. Imagine being the Spanish lady. They didn't even take anything off the plane. This poor woman's insulin is probably so ruined. She saved the kid from suffering. I know, it gets better. Oh, chat. We were late 20 minutes to board. Because the mechanics had to go and check the plane again. Because they were worried that they weren't going to be able to cart everyone. So they're going out there and they're checking everything. Meanwhile, we all have to stand, and the lady at the front is sitting there counting again, and I'm like, oh no, no, not again, not again. Oh god, please no. And she determines we're all able to get on. And then I go and talk to the woman. Totally not in a meeting. You were missing a story of the ages. Chat, how long have I been telling this story now? For like 30 minutes? Jenna keeps going. I go up to the woman and I go, so what happened to my bag then? And she goes, oh, it should be on this actual plane. She's like, it has been this actual plane this entire time. And I'm like, wait, the plane that wasn't working yesterday? And she goes, that's why the mechanics are checking it out. Chat, they then determine that everyone is able to get on the plane, there is enough space, and we should be good to go. They're telling me that my bag should be on that flight. Okay? My lovely rolling bag. Was there enough fuel? Hold on, it gets better. Chat, we finally board. And the poor stewardess is like, I'm so sorry to all of you. I understand that a lot of you guys are a little upset. She's like, we're gonna offer some free snacks. I'm gonna offer some drinks. And it'll be fine. She's like, we're going as fast as we can. This is normally a 2-hour flight. We're gonna try and cut this down. Approximately, it should take only about an hour and 15 minutes. It does keep going. Chat, we are finally in the air. And I'm sitting back. And I'm like, I'm so happy. Because meanwhile, I'm about an hour to 2 hours from the Erie airport, which is even worse. I don't even live anywhere near there, okay? So remember that, chat. I had to fucking drive into this goddamn airport. We're in the air, and it's me and Critter, and there's a woman next to us, this poor little old lady, and she's sitting there, she's trying to do, like, anagrams and stuff, and the lady keeps coming up to her. And the plane just keeps going around. The stewardess comes up to her and is like, would you like anything to drink? Would you like any food? And she's like, you don't understand. I just really want to go home. She's like, I was on the flight last night. She's like, I have not slept. I just sat there at the airport. She's like, I have just been sitting here just hoping to go home. And the stewardess goes, no, I understand. She's like, I get it. You know, I understand that everything's going on. She's like, we're trying to get you guys home as fast as possible. I understand that this was a tough time. She's like, I appreciate you taking this really early one so that we could try and fit everybody else that, you know, decided that they would get a hotel and get all the later ones. We're about 20 minutes from landing. Make sure I'm never on your plane. That's the only one. Out of my 4, that's the only one. I have a 25% fucking bad chance, I guess. Although, when we were leaving, this probably should have been a good indicator. Let me segue for a second. Chat, we're trying to leave from Erie. When we get a notification from the lady at the front, she goes on the call thing and she goes, "We're currently having some technical issues with the plane." And she goes, "The gate currently will not connect to the plane." She goes, "Now, we're gonna have to wait about 20 minutes because there's no mechanics on site because this is a tiny fucking airport with 2 goddamn gates." So they had to call the mechanics to come out there. Meanwhile, she goes out there in her literal stewardess fucking outfit. Okay? Goes out there with a bag of salt and is throwing it on the tarmac. In case. And she comes back in and she goes, "Well, we may have to delay it a little longer because I had to throw some ice on the tarmac because if we can't get the gate to work, we have to put the old school stairs up to it, and I don't want anybody slipping because we had an ice storm in that area." Meanwhile, this takes about 40 minutes. The fucking mechanics finally come out. They get the thing to attach. Everyone's able to walk off. Meanwhile, these people are stuck on the plane for 40 minutes while they're trying to figure this out. At least we got to sit in the chairs, and I was like, this is not boding well. No. Throwing down salt to fucking melt all of the salt, all of the ice outside in case we have to pull out the old school stairs and climb up and down because they can't actually attach the little gate. I think Erie is just cursed. So anyway, it's about 20 minutes before we're landing on the way home, chat. 20 minutes. I'm like, I just really want to shower. I have to get an Uber. It's gonna be very fucking expensive because I'm gonna go about halfway and then I have to take a bus the rest of the way just so we won't have to pay for parking at the goddamn airport. Okay. Hi, Morphe. Thanks, we just debuted it today! Hey! So anyway, I'm telling my story. The stewardess comes up to the poor old woman we're next to 20 minutes before we fly, and we're about to arrive, and goes up to her really sweetly and kind of crouches down in the aisle next to her and goes, "I'm so very sorry." She goes, "I wanted to be the one to tell you. We just got off with control. We're not sure if we're gonna be able to land because of the fog. We may have to take everyone to Pittsburgh." So chat, the saga still continues. We are in the air. We are in the air. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. How was Reanimal? How was your stream? Hi, welcome to my debut. I just had a whole fucking hour. A whole goddamn hour about my fucking travels. If any of you guys have ever flown out of fucking North Carolina, Charlotte Airport, you'll understand. Hi, welcome to Pittsburgh. Hi, everybody. Hello, welcome in. I realized I gotta fix some stuff. Hi. Hi, we debuted. I got a new hat. We got a new model. I've been ranting for an hour about me being stuck at the airport and how the fucking airplane, how they could only bring 40 people and I got kicked off the plane and they were only gonna give me a $200 voucher and then they kicked everyone off after they boarded because there was a problem with one of the engines. So my bag was still stuck in there and I was pissed off. Oh, I could also take off my hat. And then it was the whole thing of trying to figure out what we were going to be doing. And so I was already up for 22 hours at this point, and they put me in a hotel, and they couldn't wait for me, so I had to wait 40 minutes to go to the fucking hotel on this goddamn shuttle. And then they had to bring the plane back because they couldn't actually land. So they flew back the 2 hours and dropped everybody back up in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then we finally get on the plane in the morning. We're 20 minutes from landing when the stewardess comes up to the woman next to us and apologizes and goes, I wanted you to be the first to know. We might not be able to land the plane because of the fog. And we may have to drop you guys off elsewhere. In Pittsburgh. Which is about big and hat. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. But no, there's a hat toggle on and off. It's kind of expensive, so I may actually change the price of it. But yeah. So, we're in the air. She said that the poor woman is like, can you just fly over Erie? And could you just open the door and I'll just fall out? She's like, I just really want to go home. This poor woman had gotten kicked off the plane, put back onto a plane, flew to the city, flew around it twice, and then got flown all the way back to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I would have been just as pissed. Have fun lurking. So... And then she goes, and she comes back, and she goes, well, actually, we might have enough to take you guys over to Rochester, New York. She's like, we apparently can't get clearance to go to Pittsburgh. Now, if you guys are not familiar... Hold on, can I do this? Hold on, chat. Because you guys are not going to appreciate this part of the story unless I show you US map. Chat, hold on. Wait, can I just do... Is it display capture? Yeah, add existing desktop. Okay, chat. Chat, we were... No, that's Raleigh, Roanoke, Richmond. Charlotte. Chat, we were here. This is Charlotte, North Carolina. We flew to here. They said, in fact, we may be able to drop you off over here to Pittsburgh. But then they go, well, we may not actually be able to drop you off over there. We may have to take you all the way over here to Rochester, New York. So chat, let's think about this again. For those of you guys, the raiders that just came in too. Which, by the way, thank you. Armia, you as well. If any of you guys have to go, I completely understand. I'm just yapping. I'll show off my model here in a second after the story is done. So chat, once again, we got Charlotte is where we started. We were supposed to fly to here. I got kicked off here. The plane, meanwhile, went to Erie, circled around twice, and then came back to Charlotte. Okay? When we got on, we went to Charlotte. They took us over to here, right in between, and they went, we may have to drop you here, but we can't get clearance to here, so we're gonna drop you here in Rochester, New York. It would have been faster to take a fucking boat. It would have been so much fucking faster. So after she says the thing about Rochester... Why are we going further away? I don't know. And I'm like... I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm like, I'm never gonna get home. I'm gonna be living at this fucking airport. I told Critter too, I was like, at what point do we just say fuck it? And do we just ask for our bag and we just drive? Or we just pick up the bag later and they just drop it? Because remember, I'm 2 hours from that fucking airport. Okay? So chat. She finally goes on the intercom and she goes, we got clearance. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough landing, but we should be able to land in Erie. And the whole plane starts cheering. We're so excited. We're so fucking happy you have no idea. Now, to the pilot's credit, it was really bad because I had a window seat, so I was looking out, and we were above the clouds, and I watched as we went into the clouds, into the clouds, into the clouds, into the clouds, and we're descending, and I'm like, holy shit, how far up are we? When just like that, bam, suddenly grass, and then we're landing. And I was like, holy shit, how thick is this actual fog? I was like, I would not have been able to do that. I can totally fucking understand. Like, it was like a split second of, here's some grass, hey, you're landing. And mind you, this is a tiny-ass airport with, like, no support, no lights, no nothing. It's just got 2 fucking gates and a fucking dream. There isn't even food at this fucking place. So, chat, we finally descend. We all let out a sigh of relief. And chat, the story doesn't stop there. Because chat, we grab all of our bags off the plane. I've got my... No, we're not free yet. We've got my carry-on, my personal item. Fritter's carry-on and personal item. We have the foam sword that we have brought home. It just never stops. We got the foam sword that everybody has been signing from the gaming group because we started out as a Minecraft group, so they got a cheap foam Minecraft sword that we've all been signing. And we're walking with this, and we walk over to the baggage claim. And 3 bags come out onto the thing, they roll around, and then it stops. Three bags. Chat, that's why they fit everybody. They didn't put all the luggage on it! Chat, this woman at the fucking desk promised me I would have my fucking bags. Sorry, I'm so pissed off about this. Remember, chat, I live 2 fucking hours from this goddamn airport. And so the guy on the intercom goes, if you don't have your bags, go hit this QR code and mark that your bags are missing. Chat, my bags last updated at 10 p.m. the night before. I don't know where the fuck my bag is. It's just missing. It has all of my toiletries in it. It has all of my clothes in it. All of my dirty clothes in it. It has my nice dresses. And it has Critter's suit in it. So, I had to sit at the airport because she goes, well, the problem is... it's obvious it's still in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was still in Charlotte, North Carolina. The woman goes, well, they couldn't take that plane. So instead, there is another plane coming from Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 hours later, which should have your bags on it. She goes, you'll have to come back at 2 p.m. or at 5 p.m., depending on which one it is. So, chat. Yeah, should, not will. Should. Should be one of those 2 today. So my options are, I could pay for them to courier it and bring it the 2 hours away. Or I could sit at the airport for 3 hours and not turn around and come back. Yeah, pay for it. Why is it bullying? Oh. So chat, I got home within at least 2 hours of my home, and then I had to sit at the airport and wait for my bags. I had to sit for approximately 3 hours until the 2:15 came in. And hallelujah! It was like the fucking heavens opened up and I saw my fucking black bag with my stupid brown tag and I went, I'm out of here! And I took my bag and I called a fucking cab. It was like $60. But I didn't care. And then I took the bus the rest of the way home. And I crashed on the couch. I couldn't even walk up the fucking stairs to go into my bed because my leg was that fucked up. After 24 hours of being stuck in the Charlotte fucking airport, chat. I don't know how this happens to me. I'm half tempted to go to a news source and be like, what the fuck? How did we go? And I was talking about this with all of them that we made friends with. I'm like, so we started out with no pilot. To a pissed off pilot who was pissed off because he's no longer going to Florida and is going to fucking bumfuck goddamn New York, Pennsylvania fucking triangle bullshit. To, we'll let everybody on the plane, but only some of you. To, there's a problem with the plane, we need the mechanics to look at it. To, one of the engines didn't start, everybody get off the plane. To, we're changing the gate, everybody go to the next gate, we might be able to get all of you on. To, no, we're taking even less fucking people. To, we're gonna take these less people, but we can't land because of the fog, so we're gonna circle around it twice and then bring them back to fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. To, we're gonna try in the morning, but the fog is still bad enough that we may drop you at Pittsburgh. But joke's on you, we can't get clearance, so we'll have to drop you at Rochester. To, never mind, we can drop you in Erie, but number 10, you don't have your bags. I wish they planned this with ChatGPT. I wish, because then there would be an actual excuse. This was just fuck up after fuck up after... Chat, it's a 2-hour flight. It's a 2-hour flight. This wasn't even the one from London. This was the 2-hour flight. This fucking podunk little airport only goes to 2 places in Florida and Charlotte, North Carolina. Those are the only places it goes to. And they can't even get one of those right. I wish I was joking. This is podunk little fucking airport. Because I didn't want to deal with the bullshit that's going all the way over to Cleveland. And I didn't want to go to Pittsburgh because I've never been to the Pittsburgh one. And I figured, oh, it'd be better to take Critter for his first one to a tiny little airport. This podunk little ass airport can't fucking figure out one of the fucking cities that it goes to out of the 3. Chad, it's not even an international fucking airport. This anomaly. Can we do that? Can we restart Anomaly and just call it Charlotte, North Carolina? I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours. You know what? To be fair, the hotel was really nice. The hotel was really nice in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was so worth it. I just crashed in the bed and I was like, oh, this is the best. And I was like, snooze, and then ping, your arrival's been updated. Ping, your arrival's been updated. Ping, your arrival's been updated. While they circled the airport because they couldn't get out of the fog. They had a pool! I'm back, what did I miss? I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 fucking hours. I'm sorry, I figured that you guys would really enjoy that story, because as it was happening, I was like, I have to tell chat this. They're not gonna fucking believe me. They're not gonna fucking believe me. They're not gonna fucking believe me. I started sending messages to Mousy, and I was like, Mousy, I'm stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mousy's like, the fuck are you talking about? And I sent someone better animate this, and it's just me standing at the airport, looking at the desk going, I want out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Why am I still in Charlotte, North Carolina? Oh my god, I sent a message to Mousy, and I was like, Mousy, I don't understand how I'm stuck at this airport. It was so funny. I couldn't, and I was messaging Cap'n, because meanwhile, during all of this, Cap'n goes, oh, well, we should do a whole thing, we should stream together, and I'm like, Cap'n, I know I told you. The mic of my meeting was on, oh my god, no. That would have been even funnier, it's just me shouting about Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, because I'm just sending all this, and I was like, Cap'n, send me a message. Oh yeah, I got over the whole flight thing. Critter will tell you. Critter will tell you all of it. I told Captain and I took a picture and I was like, I've been here in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours. I just want to go home. Yeah, you're sending pictures of Stardew. Bunny's messaging me. Pyrrha messaged me about the My Oshi, and I'm just like, I'm nowhere near a computer. I'm stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours. I just want to go home. And Mousy goes, here's a distraction. Look at this raccoon. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I'm like, I'm still stuck. And I said they freed us after debating going to Rochester and said because of the really thick fog. And Mousy's like, you're still there. Holy shit, you really are that Tom Hanks movie now, just stuck at the airport. And Mousy's like, I missed this police report if you're still in Charlotte. I'm updating everyone, and Captain's like, oh, you're still in Charlotte? No, the second time. I couldn't Instagram celebrity. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina airport for 24 hours. Ask me anything. I think I'm just more pissed off about the fact that they still have my fucking bag in Charlotte, North Carolina. They still had my bag in Charlotte, North Carolina. They wanted my bag. They wanted my toiletries. Because I couldn't put it into a carry-on. Chad, I got home. I started unpacking. They exploded my face wash all over the inside of my toiletries bag. Which I think is the worst part of it all. I should have started recording, and it's just me pissed off looking at this woman. Oh my god. Oh my god. So now we gotta clean the entire toiletry bag. Cause I'm sitting there wiping everything off on the kitchen table, and I'm like, these motherfuckers. I was like, you know what, at least I got $1,000 from them. Now where the fuck am I going? I'm like, god damn it. Cause then I went, well, originally when they told me I wouldn't be able to eat, I'm gonna cut this off. Great. Yeah, let's go to Orlando, one of the other two. Let's see if they can get that one right. Oh my god. Holy shit. Cause at this point, I was like, I don't know if I should call them, if I should be pissed off about the bag, or if I should be pissed off about the fact that I didn't eat for 9 hours. And then I'm like, I don't know if I should look a gift horse in the mouth, because they put me in a hotel. They gave me a $12 breakfast. They gave me $1,000 to fly again, and I'm just like, I'm too tired to even care, to even complain, to be like, hey, I didn't eat for 9 hours, because I was allergic to everything. Because I asked for a special meal, and you guys just kind of, I don't know. It just up and disappeared. At least they were kind enough to, like, call me and tell me, and they were like, hey, if you need to bring extra snacks or something like that, you know, like, we'll allow it through, and I was like, Chat, don't go through Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I got a special flight. I got the flight of a lifetime. flight of a lifetime. I think the worst part was trying to talk to the poor kid who was number 40, who they kicked off of it. Go to the VIP lounge. I don't think I want to. Because then I'll be stuck in there for another 24 hours. I'd have to fly to Charlotte, North Carolina to go to the VIP lounge, and I don't think I ever want to go back to Charlotte, North Carolina. The poor kid is sitting there, and he's like, yeah, I won't even have anybody to pick me up. The VIP lounge was closed. Oh my god, because it was like 12 o'clock at night, and there was nobody left in the airport as we're walking through, trying to get to the fucking shuttle. We are the only ones. There's like 2 or 3 workers working on the ducts, because if you guys have flown through there recently, you guys will know that they're currently under construction. So it's just got like dangling wires. There's some floors that are missing. They're up there trying to like cut into like the HVAC system. It was the weirdest liminal space bullshit I've ever been in my life. At 12 o'clock at night at the fucking Charlotte, North Carolina thing. Hi, Lil. Thanks, Astro did a good job, and I'm just sitting here bitching about Charlotte, North Carolina. I should probably show off the model. Oh, the sentient hat? I got you. I should probably show off the model. I've just been bitching about Charlotte, North Carolina for like an hour. Chat, don't fly through Charlotte, North Carolina. That is the fucking worst liminal fucking anomaly like space I've ever been in my life. There was nobody there. We were stuck there. We were told we're off the plane, then we're on the plane, then we're off the plane, and then we go to a different gate, and then we're still off the plane. But hey, now we're getting a fucking hotel room, I guess. I'm not making Charlotte, North Carolina. Hold on, do I have any photos from it? I was so tired. No, I don't want to remix my photos. Oh, here's us trying to take off fucking Wednesday morning. We had started it Tuesday. Oh, I sent a picture of Chatbat, and I was like, hey, here's Chatbat. It's Charlotte, North Carolina. I took a picture and sent it to Mousy, and I was like, hey, here's me and Chatbat in Charlotte, North Carolina. How are you doing? This was at 9:14 at night. Asking why you cursed me, I'm so sorry. Nobody go to Charlotte. Just don't. Go to Atlanta. If you're ever, like, getting flights or anything like that, say absolutely not. Never in a million years. I am going to fucking Atlanta. I will deal with the people mover. I will deal with the 5 million fucking gates everywhere. I'm not going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, man. Hey, chat, it's me. Chat, it's me. Chat, it's me! Sorry to all of the fucking raiders that came in earlier. I hope you guys are still around. Here's the full body, I promise. I promised. Chat, it's me! Look what Astro did! Chat, Astro did a wonderful job. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here and just bitching about Charlotte, North Carolina. I just... Oh, man. Can I just make Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's just like this giant fucking airport and nothing else? Thank you, Eb. Oh, man. If you guys have not already, it was actually Astro's birthday yesterday. Everyone should go and buy gifts for Astro over on Throne. And they will get directly sent over. You guys don't have to do anything big. You guys could even, like, just throw, like, a couple of dollars towards, like, a community-funded one. Chat, we gotta support Astro for all this. I had to take an extra day. I lost my mind trying to set up for this debut. And honestly, if it wasn't for Astro and Riley, I probably would have just been like, guys, we're not even doing this debut. I'm so over this. I was stuck in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours. Should I just make that a big note? 2.0 debut. Words of wisdom, don't go to Charlotte, North Carolina. What is my life? Cassie, I'm still stuck here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Get me out of here. Can that be the potion? It's just Wawa be stuck in an airport for 24 hours. Oh my god. Oh man. Every time you say Charlotte, see, you can't just say Charlotte. You have to say the entirety of Charlotte, North Carolina. Because if you just keep saying like Charlotte, no one's gonna get it. But you have to say the entirety of Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh man. Oh my god. Hey, thanks for streaking. So chat, that was my week. I hope you guys had a better week. I'm so sorry I took so much time off. But hey, we got this debut instead. How's that? Chat, I got freed from the airport. I got my stuff back finally. After having to sit at the airport to wait for it. Instead of driving home. And then I got to come home and set up for the debut. Are you guys proud of me? I was supposed to start Tuesday night. There is a bald toggle, but I turned it off because it'll kind of make, you know, editing stuff a little difficult, because then everyone's just gonna assume that I'm bald all the time. Now, the hat, though, I like that one more. Wait, can I change that now? Hold on, wait. Review request. Hold on, wait. Do I have to, like... Hold on, if I reject that... Hold on, chat. Hold on. Because, see, everyone used to do that when they would change, like, from the frog and stuff like that. Chat, I want to see if this will work. Hold on. Hold on. Chat, did that work? Chat, can you guys toggle it now? Will it work? Chat, I could take on and off my hat. You guys could steal my hat again. Chat, I think that should work. Now it's only 1,000 points instead of 10,000. Yeah, there we go. Chat. Chat, hat! Hat! I'm so excited. Anyway, if you guys didn't see, hello. We have a debut. We got a full room. It's very exciting. We even got some expression toggles and shit like that. Chat, this is me crying, thinking about Charlotte, North Carolina, and how I never want to go back again. Ever in my life. Chat, this was me, waiting for my luggage, going, man, why the fuck am I still in Charlotte, North Carolina? What else do we got? We got the blush. It's very cute, very, very demure, very pretty. This one is I'm pissed off because I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were talking about it. I was like, maybe we'll go back to North Carolina. Maybe we'll go see some of the beaches or something. I don't think I want to go back to North Carolina anytime soon. This is me when I think about, ooh, I really liked that hotel and I went, we should go back to North Carolina. And then I'm like, I don't want to go back to North Carolina. And then we got hearts, which if you guys sub, I think we determine, wait, hold on. If I bring this up here, oh, you guys don't see it. Oh my God, Sprout is great. Hold on. Yeah, I turned off bald. There should be wave at some point. Cry should get fixed at some point. Hold on, chat. Cool down. Oh, wait, I can reset all of this. Oh, chat, if you guys subscribe, it should do one of these? Which one is this? This is Heart Eye. Oh, chat, when you do a shout out, it triggers it too. Oh my God, I don't know how to work VTube Studio. I'm so sorry. Chat, it's my first ever stream. I don't know how to work this. I don't know how to work this. I'm so sorry. Did I get some merch while I was trapped? No, I was debating. I was debating going and buying it, but it was $20 for a fucking Charlotte, North Carolina shirt. Because I was wearing, like, the same sweatshirt for, like, 3 days. Because I couldn't get any laundry done while we were over there, because it was just very fucking expensive, and they needed, like, 24 hours for the one hotel. And I was like, by the time I would give them my dry cleaning, we would be leaving for the next spot, and I was like, that's not even worth it. So I was half tempted to buy a shirt from North Carolina and just wear that the next day. Yeah, we gotta fund their vouchers. I was just so pissed off. I was like, I don't want a shirt for this bullshit. I'm over this. Never again. I never want to be here again. Never in a million years. I'm so over this place. Okay, and then there's this one. Chow, we got stars! It matches my star emote. I'm sorry, it's no longer cute. It's star. Chat! I match! Astro did such a great job. And then, oh, and then here's me thinking about how annoyed I am about Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh my god. Chat, I was thinking about that the whole time. I was like, man, I got this debut coming up, but I always tell you guys all these stupid stories as they happen. I was like, this is gonna be the weirdest debut ever. Because it's gonna be me sitting here talking about all of the nice, fine work that, like, Astro did, Riley did, I did, Kyuu did, Lyric Kiwi did, Serena Kupopo did, and then there's just me going, I was stuck in the fucking airport! I hated it. I hated it with a fucking passion. It was terrible. I'm also trying to see if I could get... Hold on, wait. Hold on, chat. Shh. Chat, you can actually see it. God, you have to be, like, hyper zoomed in. This is as far in as I can go. Chat, look at that little liquid. Okay, can I be honest? Because when I go to make myself as one of the big VTuber dolls, I'm not gonna be able to put liquid in there. I'm sorry, chat. I'm just not. I just can't. There's no way. It'll get destroyed, especially if I'm sending it anywhere or I'm making it for myself. That liquid is gonna disappear. It's gonna have to be fake. There's no way. There ain't no way in hell. Chat, would you say that's probably the weirdest debut that you've ever been to? I don't go to a lot of debuts, really. And usually when I do, it's like people that are like, yeah, I got a new model, and then they just start playing a game. So, I appreciate you guys putting up with my bullshit. I really appreciate it. I'm also still pissed off because I never hit record, so I'm gonna have to go and edit this afterwards so I can throw it on YouTube. But chat, I think that was probably the weirdest debut we could have had. And, I don't think I would have had it any other way. It felt like regular Kyuu, I'm glad. Also, hi, Acrylic. Did you see I put the orange horse? Did you see it? Do I have to zoom in? Hold on, do I have to zoom in? I put the orange horse. I tried to make a boomaloo, but I couldn't do it, so I put the orange horse instead. Hold on. Hold on. Damn it, I'm in the way! Hold on. Orange horse. It's an orange horse sticker. It's right there. It's right there. I tried to make as many references as possible. I'll I tried to make as many references to different people as possible. We've got Moth over here. We've got the cat who's scratched up this over here. We have Eb over here, the space were-tiger. We got Riley on this little blanket. We've got Rin, the god-awful frog with teeth. We've got Critter, the little chickadee. We have Velvet and Jalal over here. We've got Riley's little dinosaur over here. We got Orange Horse. We got a leg for Bunny. We got Pepsi over here for Pepper. We got a 4. Oh, you can't see it. Wait, hold on. We got a 4 over here for Neck. We got Mousy. We got all of the VTuber dolls that I've made, which, holy shit, there's a lot of them. We got my childhood bear that my mom made me get rid of that I'm sad about. We got the childhood doll that I made for myself when I was younger. We got Banana the Bat. We got some cross-stitch from Callie over here about Sally. We got Kong over here. Wait, no, I went the wrong way. I can't see past the thingy. Hold on. Hold on. I Chat, there's Kong. There's Cap'n. There's Twerk. There's Polter. We got a whole bunch more stickers. We got Mika. We got Tempered. We got Cal. We got Atria. We got, Nappy. Because Nappy kept changing models, so I didn't want to put, like, Nappy, so I was like, I'll just put the Dokapon Kobold. We got a little yellow doggy. We got Bunny. We got NS over here. We got Leonid. We got Sura. We got my cat who's about to attack the little yarn over here. Who else do I got? Was there more? Chat, is that everyone? And chat, there's room to expand. So chat, don't worry if you're not on here. There's plenty more space. And there's gonna be different variations, too, for, different things. So, chat, this couch is gonna be very important. And, this big, giant cauldron behind me is gonna be very important, too. So, chat, it's gonna be a fun time. So, yay! Chat, I look different! Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Chat, I move! Chat, I move differently now! Chat, I move very much so differently. So, chat, I think we'll, go ahead and leave it there, because I was only, yeah, no more tail hat, but it is definitely still mobile, don't worry. It's just more fun this way. But now, the bat on my chest moves. I think that's more fun. So, chat, thank you everybody for being here. This was kind of a weird debut, so, I really greatly appreciate it. This has been a weird week for me, so I'm glad most stuff kind of came together. I'm gonna keep working on different stuff this weekend, finish up the last of the emotes, fix some different things over here in OBS that I kind of noticed as we were, working and stuff, so think of this as, like, a very quick little, I'm gonna make this much better, I promise. That I'll make this much better, but just slowly over time, chat. Just very slowly over time. So, yep, discard all changes. Yay! So, chat, I am not going to be here tomorrow. I'm not going to be here Sunday. I'll be back on Monday, and, I will put our schedule on Sunday, just like we were. But, you may notice some different things, like some different art and stuff like that. So, as usual, if you guys are not already, please go and join the Discord. For however long, we're still gonna have Discord. It should have all the timestamps for everything that we're playing next week. If not, I'm gonna post it on Blue Sky, and then I'll put it here, so you guys will still be able to do schedule and stuff. So, it'll be a ton of fun! Yay! Yay! Chat, I'm so excited for this new era of everything. This was a lot more successful than I would have thought. So thank you. Thank you everybody for being here. And thank you for putting up with me telling an hour-long story about how I was stuck in fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. If any of you guys are here left over from any of the raids, please make sure that you guys drop a follow here. We do play a lot of fun games. We're going to be going back to a lot of simulator games. We're in the middle of playing some Darkest Dungeon. We're also in the middle of playing some, like, Project Hospital, and we're also playing some Morrowind as well. So, and now you're gonna see me like this! Now I'm in live 2D instead of 3D. Yay! So chat, if you guys did not, please go and make sure that you guys have gone and dropped follows for both Armia and Chi. I appreciate you guys dropping everybody off. I think they both already popped off to bed, but if you guys did not have a chance to, now's a good time to go and drop a follow for them. And, this is the most professional. Not really, because then I went on an hour-long fucking rant about how much I hate Charlotte, North Carolina, so I don't think that's professional at all. So... But, chat, a special thank you to everybody that worked on this. Let me go see if I could pull that up real quick. Or did I already close out of that? Shit, I'm trying to think. So, chat, we got... Oh, I'm not gonna be able to remember everyone. Chat, I'm not gonna be able to remember everyone. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not gonna remember all their names. Hold on. Wait, chat. Chat, don't go anywhere. Chat, don't go everywhere. Chat, hold on. Chat, hold on. Chat, all these people. Chat, all of these people made this what I am. So chat, make sure you guys go and drop a follow for Astro, for Riley. A special thank you to Snooze, who started this whole process in the first place. Thank you to Kiri, Digital Artsy. Thank you to Mon Pattern, Serena Kupopo. And also to Lyric Kiwi and Chew. So I put all of their information in like the credits down below. So if you guys are looking for any cool art or anything like that, would highly recommend going and hitting up all these people. Chat, go and support our friends. I could not have done any of this without all of them. And to, like, Mousy and Pura as well, who also helped me out with a lot of this stuff and a lot of the setup and things that we needed and, you know, helping with some art and stuff. So, chat, this was a whole community thing, so thank you. So, I really greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody that followed. Thank you to everybody that resubbed. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Atria. Thank you, Mousy, for the gift subs. And thank you, Mousy, for the resubs as well. And thank you, Lux, for the subs. Thank you to Gasherin and Bunny for the bits. Thank you, Strong Beef and Bunny and Shire. And NS and Mika and Piro all for the resubs as well. Chat, I think that's everybody. You did provide moral support. You helped me with the flashbang emote. So chat, you guys should all have the new emotes. If you guys got gifted a sub, if you guys are in the Discord, you guys should have those as well. So use those wherever you need to. Yay! I'm gonna be using my dance emote everywhere. Chat, who can I go and drop you guys off to? Let's see who's currently around. Hold on, chat. Here, I'll keep this up for now. Oh, shut up, I don't want to hear myself. Oh yeah, the cute one doesn't work anymore. We gotta change that. Chat, let me go and drop you guys off. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people, actually. Chat, let's go and say hi. Oh, okay. Let's go say hi to Saphira, who is playing Terraria with Atria and Wizard and Twerk. So we'll go and hop over there and say hello. So, chat, thank you everybody for being here. I really greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next week. I shouldn't be going on vacation anytime soon, and it'll be a fun time. Thanks, everybody! You guys are the best! I'm gonna go cut up this video because I'm an idiot and I never hit record. Thanks, everybody! Bye! Hey, thanks for fixing that. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Alright, bye, everybody! Bye!